championship starting in 1985.
After 3 decades, the expectations remain the same.
We're supposed to win. Now, them, start playing like we're supposed to win. We're supposed to win the game. Newsflash. Georgia Southern is supposed to win this game.
Nothing is given, everything is earned.
We're Georgia Southern. This is our offense. This is our defense. This is what we do. We're going to try to win every football game. If you're in and you want to be with us, and you want to win a championship, then let's go.
17 playoff appearances, 8 Southern Conference championships, 6 national titles. Just as in the beginning, today as the men in blue and white take the field, they need only remember one thing. G-A-T-A.
Hey, fellas. Hey, ladies. Hey, gentlemen. Hey, everybody. One more time for the greatest team in America.
Georgia Southern football is on the air.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put an Eagle 6 on it. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
Georgia Southern football on the Georgia Southern Radio Network. Brought to you in part by East Georgia Regional Medical Center, one life at a time. By Ford and your local neighborhood Ford dealers. Ford, drive one. By Loco's Grill and Pub, it's crazy good. By Citizens Bank of Bullitt County, it's simple banking your way. By Bud Light, the sure sign of a good time. Bud Light, here we go. By the University Store, much more than a bookstore, your one-stop shop for all things Southern. By the Georgia Lottery, today could be the day. By State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Knox Pest Control, Knox knocks them out. By Toyota, your Southeast Toyota dealers, Toyota, moving forward. By Verizon, rule the air. By Georgia Power, a Southern company. By BB&T, best bank in town since 1872. Coming up, the State Farm Countdown to Kickoff with Eagle head coach Jeff Monken. The voice of the Eagles, Chris Blair, Terry Harvin, and Ryan Chambers.
Give it off to Wilcox. He'll spread the field left to right. Now cut it up the field. Answers down the sideline. Lowers the shoulder. Put an Eagle 6 on it. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
This is Georgia Southern football from the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
This is Seth Harp of Harp on Sports, inviting you to spend your Georgia Southern football weekends at Spring Hill Suites Hotel in Statesboro. With 25% larger rooms, free continental breakfast, free high-speed internet, and group rates, Spring Hill Suites is the perfect place to rest and recover after a long day of tailgating and watching the game. Spring Hill Suites is an official Eagle Club sponsor of Georgia Southern football and partner of ESPN 102.1. Spring Hill Suites on the corner of Highway 67 and the 301 bypass in Statesboro.
More new Nissans means more savings. Vaden Nissan of Statesboro's selection of new Nissans is bigger than ever. So we're selling them for less than ever. Get the exact new Nissan you want from Vaden. Right now, new 2011 Altimas, $3,000 off or 0% for 60 months. Number BC 130236. MSRP $24,550. MSRP $24,580. Sale price $21,580. Only at Vaden Nissan of Statesboro. Part of your Nissan connection. Vaden Nissan. Smarter.
Hey, Georgia Southern fans. This is Jay Rowe with Lee Hill & Rowe Insurers in Savannah. As a Georgia Southern grad myself, I wanted to take this opportunity to wish the football team the best of luck this season. Plus, all of the staff at Lee Hill & Rowe would like to thank the over 4,000 individuals, families, and business owners that trust Lee Hill & Rowe Insurers to handle their auto, home, and business insurance needs. As independent insurance agents, we work hard to provide the right amount of coverage with the best service available, all at a very competitive price. Go Eagles.
This is Seth Hart from Harp on Sports, inviting you to Nat's Landing for great food, live music, keno, and the best drink specials. Voted best happy hour and best outdoor dining of the borough, join Nat's for 45-cent wings daily with 35-cent wings and $6 Bud Light pitchers all night on Wednesdays. Win prizes during trivia Tuesdays at 6:30, and karaoke starts at 9. Open Wednesday through Saturday for lunch at 11 a.m. Nat's Landing is an official sponsor of Georgia Southern football and is located on South Main Street, across from Georgia Southern's practice fields.
We are ESPN 102.1.
This is the Countdown to Kickoff, presented by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Allen E. Paulson Stadium on a Saturday afternoon, week number 7 of the Georgia Southern season. And in town comes the Presbyterian College Blue Hose out of the Big South. Time now to sit down with head coach Jeff Monken as he prepares to take on Presbyterian. And, Coach, boy, what a great Saturday it was a week ago. A crowd was in it from the start, and it looked like your players were ready to go as soon as the official said it's time to play ball.
Well, we did have a great crowd, and I thought our guys really responded to the excitement and the energy in the stadium, and played really hard. I thought our guys played a good football game. There were some times where we were disappointed with the long kickoff return, but we answered each one of those dips in momentum with something good, and that was really a good sign for our team. I was proud of the effort of our team.
Talking to some of the offensive coaches this week at practice, they mentioned that the offensive line had a well of a day, maybe a season high in knockdowns.
We had a season high overall for knockdowns, just as an offense in general. But we had some guys, 2 guys in double digits, Willie Maxwell and Blake DeBartolo in double-digit knockdowns, and that was positive. We had some guys like Mitch Williford, who played 19 plays and had 6 knockdowns, and Willie Burden played 7 plays and had 4 knockdowns. I thought our guys were really flying around and playing with great emotion and made some plays, and that was a big win for us to beat our rival and to do it here at home.
Taking a look at Presbyterian this late in the season, a lot of people not familiar with their style of play out of the Big South, a very competitive conference. What do you know offensively about what the Blue Hose want to do?
Well, what's interesting and also very challenging for us in preparation is they play a lot of different personnel groups, meaning the number of tight ends, the number of backs, the number of receivers that they have in the game on one particular play, a lot of different personnel groups and a lot of different formations. In fact, as we charted those, I don't know over their 6-game stretch this year if they've had one personnel group line up in the same formation more than 20 times, and that's not common. Typically, you find teams that are lining up in a favorite personnel group and a favorite formation, and they mix it up so much it makes it really difficult for us to get our personnel in that we need in the game at the time, and then make adjustments to all those formations.
Let's talk defensively, and before we do that, I know that certainly Eagle fans are going to have quite a bit of respect for Harold Nichols, the head coach of Presbyterian, who spent time here as an assistant at Georgia Southern. Certainly you concur. Defensively, as I heard you say this week, he and a couple of guys on the staff very familiar with this type of offense. And of course, you go back to the opening game of the season against Wofford, and the Terriers had to do everything they could to come away with a win.
Well, they played Wofford really tough, and they did a great job on both sides of the ball, and as well as in the kicking game. In all 3 phases, I thought played a very good football game. And Wofford, we know, is an outstanding football team in our league, and they do have an understanding of our offense, more so than a lot of people that happen upon a team out of their league that has to defend it. Obviously, the folks in the Southern Conference face 3 different teams now that do it, and I think our conference does a great job defending the option. But Presbyterian doesn't have a team in their league that's running the option like the Citadel or Wofford or we are, and sometimes I think that when there's coaches that don't face it each week or don't have a plan kind of in place because they have a league team that's doing it, has a little more trouble. But Harold and his staff will do a great job. They're going to have a plan. They're going to be very sound and have a great understanding of how to stop it.
You've said since the start of the season, each week, the biggest game of the year, as you get set to lead the troops onto the field, what will be the keys today your team has to do to continue the win?
Well, I think just again keep focused on doing the best we can to play with great effort on each play, play our assignment, and then execute. and that's how you win one-on-one battles with the guy across from you, and collectively that's how you win battles as a team. And we know that Presbyterian's going to have a great plan for us, and probably let it all hang out, and we're going to have to just not be surprised by anything we see and be ready for it all, and that's difficult to do. But our team's had a good week of practice, and I think we're prepared, and I think our team's focused. Just the obvious is that to have an opportunity to go 7-0 rather than be 6-1, certainly I hope motivates our team, and it does me.
All right, Coach, as always, thanks for joining us. Best of luck today. We'll talk to you at the half.
Thanks a lot.
Head coach Jeff Monken joining us on the Countdown to Kickoff presented by State Farm Insurance. Stay with us when we return. Terry Harvin and Ryan Chambers join me to break down the matchups. It's Presbyterian and Georgia Southern, and you're listening to Georgia Southern Football.
This is Seth Harp of Harp on Sports, inviting you to spend your Georgia Southern football weekends at Spring Hill Suites Hotel in Statesboro. With 25% larger rooms, free continental breakfast, free high-speed internet, and group rates, Spring Hill Suites is the perfect place to rest and recover after a long day of tailgating and watching the game. Spring Hill Suites is an official Eagle Club sponsor of Georgia Southern football and partner of ESPN 102.1. Spring Hill Suites on the corner of Highway 67 and the 301 bypass in Statesboro.
Are you in the herd?
My opinion on Tebow's never wavered. He'll never be an elite NFL quarterback. Period. Thought it when he was drafted. Thought it last year. Think it now. I see him as a 2 to 3 year project who could eventually win you some games, but if he's not going to be your franchise quarterback, in my opinion, in the NFL, what's the point? Go find your franchise quarterback.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd, weekday mornings at 10 on ESPN 102.1.
You're passionate about your team and your attire, and so is the Sur Shop. The Sur Shop is ready for Georgia Southern and UGA football with new hot lines for men and women like Cutter and Buck, Southern Tide and Southern Proper, Guy Harvey, the North Face, and Southern Marsh. You've got style and class, so set off your new wardrobe with top brand shoes like Kavoo and Cole Haan. Let the Sur Shop add quality and style to your game day experience. The Sur Shop, located in the Statesboro Mall.
More new Nissans means more savings. Vaden Nissan of Statesboro's selection of new Nissans is bigger than ever, so we're selling them for less than ever. Get the exact new Nissan you want from Vaden. Right now, new 2011 Altimas, $3,000 off or 0% for 60 months. Number BC 130236, MSRP $24,550, MSRP $24,580. Sale price $21,580. Only at Vaden Nissan of Statesboro, part of your Nissan connection. Vaden Nissan, smarter.
ESPN 102.1.
This is the Countdown to Kickoff, presented by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Once again, from the Verizon broadcast booth, here is the voice of the Eagles, Chris Blair.
Good Saturday afternoon, Eagle fans, and welcome to Allen E. Paulson Stadium on the campus of Georgia Southern University. Side of today's matchup between the Presbyterian College Blue Hose and your Georgia Southern Eagles. Hello, everybody. This is Chris Blair, along with former Eagle Terry Harvin, Ryan Chambers, Russ Brown, and studio engineer Christy Maxwell on hand to bring you today's play-by-play story. Georgia Southern, number 1 in FCS football and Southern Conference leader, comes in with a 6-0 overall record, perfect 5-0 in league play. They step out of conference in Week 7 to face Presbyterian College from the Big South Conference. The Blue Hose, led by head coach Harold Nichols in his 3rd season at the Clinton, South Carolina school, spent 4 years as an assistant for Tim Stowers during the 1992-95 seasons here at Georgia Southern. PC comes in 2-4 overall, 1-1 in Big South action, coming off a victory last week at home against Gardner-Webb. Go back to September 3rd, opening weekend. Presbyterian nearly beat the now number 4 Wofford Terriers at Bailey Memorial Stadium, but fell 35-28 with a late Terrier score. Well, they had the same success against a similar offense for Georgia Southern, who leads the nation in rushing offense, scoring offense, second in pass efficiency, and total offense. We'll soon find out. So grab your favorite cold beverage, find your favorite chair, kick back, and join us for the next few hours for the exciting action of Presbyterian and Georgia Southern from the prettiest little stadium in America. More to come on the Countdown to Kickoff, presented by State Farm Insurance. Up next, Terry Harvin and Ryan Chambers will join me to break down the matchups as we lead you up to the 2 o'clock kickoff. But first, this is the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
I'm in a state of caffeination, got all my fingers shaking. Must have been my large Americano, mochaccino, macchiato. Now the family's gone to bed, and that's my favorite time to get some tips on better rates. Cause my State Farm guy answers late, and even when it's not my agent, someone's standing by so patient. Getting coverage questions answered helps me to relax. Get to a better state, State Farm.
In Monticello, call Judy Yieldy, Bill Sumner in Swainsboro, or Ron Carter in Martinez.
Fans Heritage Bank of the South is a proud supporter of Georgia Southern University. Just visit their location on Northside Drive next to Walmart in Statesboro, where Shirley Mincy and her team will offer fast, friendly, and efficient service. Heritage Bank of the South has a strong team of local leaders and local advisors because they believe in local decisions made by local people. Bank with those you know and trust. Bank with Heritage Bank of the South. 3 area locations: 335 South Main Street, 201 South Main Street, and 726 Northside Drive.
Toyota doesn't need celebrities to help sell their cars. They'd rather let their owners do it. Wondering what your next car should be? Let a Toyota owner help you decide. Now get the 2011 Toyota Camry with 0% APR financing for 60 months, plus $500 customer cash. Monthly payment is $1,667 for every $1,000 financed through Southeast Toyota Finance. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and applicable dealer fees. Cannot be combined with other offers. Must complete retail sale and delivery between September 7th to 30th, 2011. There's no better time and no better vehicle. Hurry to your local Toyota dealer today because these deals won't last long.
Get ready to test your fanhood at Bud Light Fan Camp. It's the ultimate football fan skills competition, and it's coming to a city near you. Sign up today and start training, because the top team in each market will win a trip to the Fan Camp Finals in Hawaii. For more details, go to facebook.com/Bud Light. Here we go. No purchase necessary. Must be U.S. resident except California, 21 or older. Contest ends 1/30/12. For complete details, see official rules at facebook.com/Bud Light. Void where prohibited. Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is the Countdown to Kickoff, presented by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Once again, from the Verizon broadcast booth, here is the voice of the Eagles, Chris Blair.
An absolutely gorgeous Saturday afternoon here in Statesboro, Georgia. Georgia Southern welcoming in Presbyterian College. It is Military Appreciation Day as the Eagles about set to come onto the field. We're about 8 minutes, 40 seconds away from kickoff this afternoon. Let's talk about the matchups, offense and defense. First, we'll start with former Eagle to my right, here above Paulson Stadium, Terry Harvin. And Georgia Southern, they've got all the accolades anybody would want so far through 6 weeks of the season offensively. For Presbyterian, a balanced offense, and everybody looks back to the way they played against Wofford in week number 1 offensively today. What do you think Harold Nichols and Jeff Munkin want to dial up?
They want to dial up exactly what they did against Wofford, and they didn't turn the ball over. Against Wofford, they had ball control, and they made Wofford beat them going up and down the field, and they, too, were able to do that. So it's somewhat balanced. They do lean towards the passing game a little bit more. Against Furman, on the flip side, Chris, they turned the ball over right out of the gate, and they were behind early on, and they never could play catch-up. I got a chance to visit with head coach Harold Nichols about that, and that was his key offensively was don't turn the ball over. Good size across the offensive line. A quarterback, 6'4", does a good job for him back there. A lot of Georgia kids on this Presbyterian team. Now for Georgia Southern, same thing. You don't turn the ball over, it's going to be a heck of a ball game and a heck of a day for the Eagles. In particular, if you get out of the gate fast against Elon, against Sanford, those schools, we didn't get out of the gate fast. Opening quarter, not very good. Third quarter, not very good. Last week against Furman, we came out running hard downfield, and we saw the end result, Chris. If we can do that, get out, start fast, don't turn the ball over, it's going to be a great day to be an Eagle.
Let's talk defensively a little bit. Ryan Chambers down on the sideline. I think that's the big story from the Presbyterian Wofford game, as that the Blue Hose defense did not give up the big play and made Wofford work to the very end.
Not only did they not give up the big play, but they caused some in their own right. 3 turnovers in that ball game, and that is when you're a Presbyterian team coming out of the Big South playing a Wofford team that you probably think is going to be knocking on the door for those final 8 spots left in the playoffs deep into the season. You know you're going to have to get some turnovers. Not only did they get that, Wofford 11 penalties, 100-plus yards in that ball game, and that's how they kept it close. For Georgia Southern, as you said, you got to keep a clean game. This team is talented enough to take this thing to the fourth quarter. PC, to me, look at the numbers: 350, 285, and 250. That's rushing total yards against Wofford, Cal, and Furman. They are getting gashed in the running game this year. They played a pick-your-poison kind of deep. You know, to me, this could be a big day for J-Bo. Not only on the ground if they're going to take everything else away and let J-Bo go crazy, but in the air if they're going to try to keep everything in front of them. J-Bo could really sit back and throw the ball well. He did that last week. I'd like to see a little bit more of that. He'll probably maybe have an opportunity of that today. For Georgia Southern, I'll be interested to see how Harold Nichols defends Brent Russell. You look at this game on paper, personnel, this is probably a team that can't afford to double-team Brent. We've seen that a lot this year. They don't have the personnel to do that. I would guess maybe they try to run around Brent a little bit today. If they double-team him, our linebacking core and some of that depth we have, the defensive line could eat them alive. Be interesting to see how they handle 66 early in this ballgame.
All right, 5.5 minutes away from kickoff this afternoon. We'll take a timeout on the countdown to kickoff presented by State Farm Insurance. Get you set, Presbyterian and Georgia Southern here at Allen E. Paulson Stadium. This is Georgia Southern football.
I'm in a state of caffeination, got all my fingers shaking. Must have been my large Americano, mochaccino, macchiato. Now the family's gone to bed, and that's my favorite time to get some tips on better rates. Cause my State Farm guy answers late, and even when it's not my agent, someone's standing by so patient. Getting coverage questions answered helps me to relax. Get to a better state, State Farm.
See John Mark Butler in Dublin, Philip Gay in Soperton, and Lee Gerardo in Claxton.
Wall-to-wall football, crazy good food, and a whole lot of fun. That's what I call the Loco's Triple Option. Jim Lanier and his team run it to perfection. Go up the gut with the new dry rub, slow roasted, fall off the bone wings. Or pitch it to their always fresh and delicious field of greens. Or keep it around the end with one of their premium burger favorites from the Gridiron All-Stars. Oh yeah, you'll scream, touchdown Locos. Wall-to-wall football, crazy good food, and a whole lot of fun. Locos Grill and Pub, Statesboro. Locos, crazy good.
Harold promised his 7-year-old son, CJ, that he would build him a fort. That's why Georgia Power wants to be the official energy partner of keeping Harold's promise. Not only will we help Harold build that fort by supplying the reliable electricity he'll need, but we'll give him a blueprint to fortify his home and help save energy. It's called EarthSense. With EarthSense, he'll find energy savings he didn't know he had, and he can get hundreds of dollars back in rebates when he makes energy efficiency improvements to his home. To learn more about EarthSense, go to GeorgiaPower.com. Georgia Power, official energy partner of you.
Southeastern Orthopedic Center is now Optum Orthopedics. With nearly 30 satellite offices, 3 Southeast Georgia hospitals, and a variety of additional physician practices, a new name was needed. Optum Orthopedics. The Eagles rely on Optum Orthopedics to get them back in the game, and you can rely on them to get you back into the game of life. Southeastern Orthopedics is now Optum Orthopedics. New name, but as always, their commitment to their patients is forefront with the focus on you. Optum Orthopedics.
This is the Countdown to Kickoff, presented by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Once again, from the Verizon broadcast booth, here is the voice of the Eagles, Chris Blair.
Here at Allen E. Paulson Stadium, the third meeting all time between Georgia Southern and Presbyterian College. The Eagles winning back in 1983 and 1984. As the Blue Hose come out of the Big South Conference, Georgia Southern sits atop the Southern Conference. We're just about set for the start of today's action. We'll take a final timeout. When we return, we'll boot the ball. Georgia Southern Presbyterian here at the prettiest little stadium in America. You're listening to the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
Holiday season has arrived. Walker Pharmacy wants to share this special season with you. While getting your prescriptions filled, the friendly staff at Walker Pharmacy will help you find the perfect holiday gift for everyone on your list. They make it easy to get in the holiday spirit with their affordable home decor and trendy fall apparel. Come on in. You won't believe how much there is to see. Walker Pharmacy is located in Main Street Village, North Side Drive West in Statesboro, and Brooklet Drug in downtown Brooklet.
This is Seth Hart from Harp On Sports, inviting you to Nat's Landing for great food, live music, keno, and the best drink specials. Voted best happy hour and best outdoor dining of the borough. Join Nat's for 45-cent wings daily with 35-cent wings and $6 Bud Light pitchers all night on Wednesdays. Win prizes during Trivia Tuesdays at 6:30, and karaoke starts at 9. Open Wednesday through Saturday for lunch at 11 a.m. Nat's Landing is an official sponsor of Georgia Southern football and is located on South Main Street, across from Georgia Southern's practice fields.
Sunday night, it's a rematch of Super Bowl 44 when Indianapolis travels to New Orleans to battle the Saints. Hi, this is Dave Sims of Westwood One. Join James Lofton and me for all the action from the Subway Fresh broadcast booth in the Big Easy. Can Drew Brees and the Saints continue their offensive march through the NFL? Or will Reggie Wayne and the Colts finally get that elusive first win of the season? Indianapolis, New Orleans. If it's Sunday Night Football, it's right here.
Sunday at 8 on ESPN 102.1.
Hey, Georgia Southern fans. This is Jay Rowe with Lee Hill & Rowe Insurers in Savannah. As a Georgia Southern grad myself, I wanted to take this opportunity to wish the football team the best of luck this season. Plus, all of the staff at Lee Hill & Rowe would like to thank the over 4,000 individuals, families, and business owners that trust Lee Hill & Rowe Insurers to handle their auto, home, and business insurance needs. As independent insurance agents, we work hard to provide the right amount of coverage with the best service available, all at a very competitive price. Go Eagles.
ESPN 102.1.
Today's broadcast is an exclusive copyrighted presentation of the Georgia Southern Radio Network. Thank you for listening and enjoy today's game.
Just about set for kickoff this afternoon here at Allen E. Paulson Stadium. Welcome back to the Verizon broadcast booth. Chris Blair, Terry Harvin, Ryan Chambers, and Russ Brown along with you. Time now to introduce today's officiating crew, presented by Dr. Horace Dio and Professional Eye Care of Statesboro. Making the right call starts with taking care of your vision. Professional Eye Care of Statesboro, committed to providing comprehensive, high-quality vision care. Visit them online at drdeal.net. Dr. Horace Dio and Professional Eye Care of Statesboro, official team eye doctor of the Georgia Southern Eagles. Out of the Southern Conference, our referee Larry Saunders, umpire Tillman Self, linesman Robert Broom, line judge Tim Foreman, side judge Rob Rance, field judge Lee Smith, and the back judge is Jay Neal. As we mentioned, Military Appreciation Day. Today, Georgia Southern's football team wearing two new patches and stickers on their helmet. The first for the 3rd Infantry Division, located at Fort Stewart. 3rd Infantry Division, the first conventional U.S. unit to enter Baghdad during the 2003 invasion, and the 1st Division to serve 4 tours in Iraq. We'll get to that and more after this. Time now for the first half kickoff, presented by Heritage Bank of the South. Committed to making local decisions by local people. Bank with people you know. Heritage Bank of the South, there for you then, here for you now. The Eagles won the toss, deferred to the second half, and Presbyterian will get the kick. Michael Ruff fields it about the 10, makes it up to about the 22-yard line, and Presbyterian will get underway offensively, just underway here in the first quarter of action. I mentioned the sticker for the 3rd Infantry Division. Also today, the Eagle football team will wear on the back of their helmet a TS on top of a Scottish flag. On a blue background, Thomas Sharkey, who passed away over the summer, Georgia Southern golfer in a terrible home fire. Golf team receiving their Southern Conference championship rings later today at halftime. The Eagles playing for Thomas Sharkey. It's first down and 10 at the 23, just shy of the 23-yard line as Presbyterian starts left to right. Quick fire in the flat, and Enrico Bailey has the catch. Not much room as he makes it to about the 25. Josh Rowe on the stop. Pickup of 2 yards on the quick hitter. It'll be Ryan Singer, the quarterback for the Blue Hose, a sophomore, 6'4", 180 pounds. Comes into the game 652 yards, 3 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. But we may see 2 quarterbacks today, Singer and Brandon Miley, the redshirt senior out of Wilmington, North Carolina. Second down, 8 at the 25. Little handoff going around the far side as Michael Ruff got some room, and Ruff far sideline across the 50. Looking for a race. He's inside the 30, eventually bounced out of bounds at the Eagle 18-yard line by LaRon Scott, and a huge pickup on second down and 8. Puts the Presbyterian offense in business just inside the Eagle 20-yard line. Quickly, the Blue Hose in the red zone, 79% scoring this year, 68% on touchdowns. And one of the things we heard Brent Davis and Jack Curtis talk about offensively for Presbyterian, Terry, going to use a lot of different formations.
And that was one, but that was just a simple sweep to the left side. You saw Furman do a lot of toss sweeps. That time we didn't have containment.
First down 10 at the Eagles 16-yard line. They'll hand it off Lance Bird, and he finds some room around left tackle inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Javon Minchin makes the stop defensively for Georgia Southern, but Presbyterian wasting no time coming out of the gate. Now playing inside the Eagle red zone here with 13:44 to play first quarter, and ready to line up. 7-yard pickup by Bird. Second down 3 at the Eagle 8-yard line. As quarterback Ryan Singer looks to the far sideline, gets instructions. He'll send 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Lone back in Lance Bird, the junior out of Jacksonville, Florida. Out of the shotgun.
Ryan Singer, snap back, looking to throw. Slant pattern, and it's incomplete. Looking for Jeremiah Mackey. Lavelle Westbrook's on coverage, and Mackey not ready for the pass. In fact, Mackey, the freshman out of Simpsonville, South Carolina, no stranger to Georgia Southern because his brother James played against the Eagles for Tusculum. And Ryan Mackey played for several years for the Furman Paladins. So the third Mackey brother to go against Georgia Southern. And with 13:20 to play, the Eagle fans on their feet. 3rd down 3 at the 8-yard line. Presbyterian just 29% on 3rd downs this season. They'll send a trip receiver to the right side. Singer out of a shotgun. One back in Bird. Now he'll move Bird from his left to his right. And Coach Nichols wants a timeout. May have been a flag just before. They got the timeout just before the play clock dwindled down. Timeout on the field. No score. 13:20 to play. First quarter. We'll return in just a moment. This is Georgia Southern football.
More new Nissans means more savings. Vaden Nissan of Statesboro's selection of new Nissans is bigger than ever. So we're selling them for less than ever. Get the exact new Nissan you want from Vaden. Right now, new 2011 Altimas, $3,000 off or 0% for 60 months. Number BC 130236. MSRP $24,550. MSRP $24,580. Sale price $21,580. Only at Vaden Nissan of Statesboro. Part of your Nissan connection. Vaden Nissan. Smarter.
Harp on Sports with Seth Harp.
College football coaches, they either get it or they don't get it. Todd Grantham, defensive coordinator of Georgia, he doesn't get it. Giving the choke sign to Florida's kicker, going after Vanderbilt players, and Georgia homers will defend him. What if I put a Florida Gator hat on him and he was their defensive coordinator? Would you agree with his actions then? Oh, it's different then. The dude is clown shoes, and as long as he's at Georgia, you're going to have these issues again and again.
Harp on Sports with Seth Harp. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN 102.1. ESPN 102.1.
20 to play first quarter. Presbyterian knocking on the door after a 59-yard rush by Michael Rupp. 3rd down 3 at the Eagle 8-yard line. 13:20 to play first quarter and no score.
29% on 3rd down conversions for the year is Presbyterian.
Ryan Singer, quarterback for the Blue Hose, steps into the shotgun. 2 receivers to the near side of the field. He'll move Lance Bird on a wing to his left. Snap back, looking to set option. Now Singer will keep, and Singer brought down short of the first down by Brent Russell at about the 8-yard line. It'll be shy of the first down, and Presbyterian will have to make a decision, and it appears they will bring on the kick team here as Aaron Mays, junior out of Blythewood, South Carolina, I should say. Junior 5'10", 170 pounds. 1 of 2 on field goals this year and a long of 33. This one from the hash mark left. Eagles 25-yarder.
Eagles blocked the next point last week and a field goal.
Here's the snap. Set. Kick is up, and it's blocked. No good. Georgia Southern's defense holds. They bend but don't break. And with 12:37 to play first quarter, Presbyterian comes up empty. Javon Minchin got in for the block. We'll take a timeout. Return to Alan E. Paulson Stadium.
Okay, it's game day, where tradition runs deeper than your Aunt Betty's baked beans. Face paint? Check. Cooler? Check. Meat for the grill? Check. Ford F-150 with best-in-class towing, payload, and a V6 EcoBoost engine delivering 22 mpgs. Check, check, and check. Now check this. Go to shopfordnow.com to find great offers on F-150 from your local Ford dealer. Fans of Georgia Southern football. EPA estimated 16 city, 22 highway mpg, 3.5-liter V6 4x2.
At BB&T, sharing financial knowledge is our responsibility, our privilege, and our legacy. For more than 135 years, BB&T has been sharing the knowledge our clients need to move in a brighter financial direction. We also share a commitment to our community, supporting our schools, arts, and sports programs, helping businesses grow and families become homeowners. Because when you share knowledge, you share so much more. BB&T, sharing knowledge for a brighter direction.
Member FDIC. Loan subject to credit approval. Equal housing lender.
Georgia Southern first down at 10. The give to Jarrett McKinnon. He makes his way to the 30-yard line for a Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. 12:14 to play first quarter. No score. Block field goal attempt. Javon Minchin got a hand on it. And the Eagles take their first possession of the game. First down and 10 at the 30. Option right side. Shaw wanted to flip, but now keeps across the 30 far side to about the 32-yard line. A pickup of 2. It'll be second down and 8. L.J. Perry, the sophomore Will linebacker out of Augusta, Georgia, makes the stop for Presbyterian. And what a stand defensively. Presbyterian, give them credit, Terry. It came out ready to go. Big 59-yard rush by Michael Rush around the end, but come up empty on the scoreboard.
Break down an assignment on defense and a good job of blocking by them. But again, the Eagles come up big with the blocked field goal.
Second down 9, they'll say, at the 31-yard line of the Eagles. Attacking right to left. Option. Here's the pitch. McKinnon, 30, cuts back in and makes it to the 35-yard line. Justin Bethel, a senior out of Blythewood, South Carolina, makes a stop. It'll set up third and a little less than 5 here for the Eagles, who come into the game averaging 485 yards of total offense, 373 on the ground to lead the Southern Conference and the nation in rushing offense. 10:59 to play. First quarter, no score. It'll be third down and 5. The Eagles on the season, 47% on third down conversions. One receiver right, one to the left. The motion McKinnon. Right to left. Shaw looking to throw. Fires. He's got a man, Jonathan Bryant. Flag comes out as he gets into Presbyterian territory. Down at the 36-yard line near side. A Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. We'll see what the flag is all about. Larry Saunders will let us know in just a moment.
You talk about threading a needle.
Yeah.
Jabo Shaw put that right on the money.
I tell you, another good sign is he had about 3 different people he could have thrown to out of that.
That was beautiful, beautiful. Actually, the tall sweep was open, but he is a good play action pass there.
Pass interference on the defense, number 21. The penalty is declined. First down.
Cedric Bird, the guilty party, sophomore out of Tyrone, Georgia. And we mentioned from the outset of today's broadcast, Georgia Southern racking up all these yards rushing the football, but second in the country in passing efficiency. Jabo Shaw coming into the game, 21 for 37, 403 yards. It sets up first down and 10 at the Blue Hose 36-yard line. Attacking right to left from the near side hash. Quick toss. McKinnon near side looking for blocks. 30. Tiptoes down the near sideline. They'll say he's out of bounds right around the 26. Just shy of the first down.
Great block on the corner by Dorian Bird, the sophomore out of Macon, Georgia. Westside High School pulls out, throws a vicious block to Spring McKinnon. Or even more, if he hadn't stepped out of bounds, it would have been put an Eagle 6 on it.
First down 10 at the 26-yard line of Presbyterian. No score, first quarter, 10-14, clock moving. First possession of the game for Georgia Southern. Shaw under center, flexbone formation. Give it off Robert Brown on the dive, and Robert Brown stood up and backed up. Got inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line.
At front four for the Blue Hose, 6'2", 235 defensive end. Then Tyler Scott, 6'2", 280. They got a senior in Brian Davis, who's 6'2", 275. Then Josh Paul Gallo on the shorter side, 6'1", and 225 out of Stevenson High School in Georgia.
Good crowd on hand here for a non-conference game in week number 7.
Good to see that student section.
Patrick Barker out wide to the right side. Lone receiver to the left. Second down 8. They'll say at the 28-yard line. Pitch comes right side to Jonathan Bryant, the slot back. Bryant trying to find some room. Gets inside the 20, just shy of the 19-yard line. Pickup of 3 yards. It'll be third down and a short 4 upcoming for the Eagles offense.
Bryant coming off a big week last week, 90-plus yards, and we'll talk about it throughout the broadcast, but a little thin at the A-back position, and he's going to have to pick up a lot of the load.
Zach Walker checking into the game. True freshman, Johnson County High School.
Ball placed just inside the 20-yard line. Third down and 4. Working from the far side hash. Shaw under center. Takes out option right side. Pitch comes to Bryant. Shakes away a tackle. Cuts back in at the 10. He's down around the Presbyterian 8. It's enough for a Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. Each Georgia Southern first down presented by Franklin Chevrolet. If you want to move it, haul it, tow it, or just want the best deal on a great-looking truck, go to Franklin Chevrolet or FranklinChevrolet.com. If the Franklin name's not on the back of your truck, you pay too much. First down, goal to goal at the Presbyterian 9-yard line.
Good block by Robert Brown. Fake up the middle. Keeps going out there and throws a vicious block to Spring Bryant.
First down, goal to goal at the Presbyterian 9-yard line from the far side hash. Shaw under center. Takes out. Gives to Robert Brown. Untouched at the 5 and goes in for the score. Put an Eagles 6 on it. Touchdown. Georgia Southern. Eagles take the lead 6-0 with 8:06 to play. And what a great job up front on the offensive line, just beyond the right tackle. Brandavius Mann and William Maxwell going to earn a few more knockdowns on that play.
Holy cow. He shot through that thing. I mean, Military Appreciation Day today. Robert Brown was like shot like a cannon going through that offensive line.
Adrian Mora on for the point after with 8:06 to play here in the first quarter. Snap, set, kick is on its way, and it's good. 7-0. 8:06 to play as Adrian Mora now 130 of 130 on point afters in his career. We'll take a timeout, return to Alan E. Paulson Stadium in just a moment. Your score, Georgia Southern 7, Presbyterian nothing. This is Georgia Southern football.
You're passionate about your team and your attire, and so is the Sur Shop. The Sur Shop is ready for Georgia Southern and UGA football with new hotlines for men and women like Cutter and Buck, Southern Tide and Southern Proper, Guy Harvey, the North Face, and Southern Marsh. You've got style and class, so set off your new wardrobe with top brand shoes like Kavoo and Cole Haan. Let the Sur Shop add quality and style to your game day experience. The Sur Shop, located in the Statesboro Mall.
This is Seth Harp of Harp on Sports, inviting you to spend your Georgia Southern football weekends at Spring Hill Suites Hotel in Statesboro. With 25% larger rooms, free continental breakfast, free high-speed internet, and group rates, Spring Hill Suites is the perfect place to rest and recover after a long day of tailgating and watching the game. Spring Hill Suites is an official Eagle Club sponsor of Georgia Southern football and partner of ESPN 102.1. Spring Hill Suites on the corner of Highway 67 and the 301 bypass in Statesboro.
We are ESPN 102.1.
.806 to play, first quarter, 7-0. Georgia Southern with the lead. Take it down the field on their opening drive of the game after they blocked a field goal attempt by Presbyterian College. And good to see the offense once again, Terry, off to a quick start.
It certainly was, and that's exactly what we talked about during pregame is what the Eagles needed to do. And they've come out there and done it thanks to a great blocked field goal by Georgia Southern after a breakdown on the end. But Presbyterian knocking on the door. Georgia Southern used 9 plays, 80 yards, 4 minutes and 31 seconds behind McKinnon, Brown, and a great pass by Shaw to Bryant down the sideline. Brown was a cannon in the end zone, put an Eagles 6 in it, on it there, as McKinnon now has 24 yards, 14 yards for Bryant, 12 yards out of the gate, and that's your Toyota game tracker, Chris.
So the Eagles set to kick it off one more time. Billy Greer will tee it up at the 30-yard line. The wind coming across right to left. So he'll kick it right to left on your dial. Here's the approach and the kick. Michael Ruff and Cedric Bird back deep. It'll be Ruff fielding at the 9, near side, up the middle of the field, trying to stretch it and brought down at the 16-yard line. Great play on special teams. John Stevenson on the stop for the Eagles. Southeastern Orthopedic is now Optum Orthopedic. Locations in the Coastal Empire and South Carolina Lowcountry. Optum Orthopedic helps keep the Eagles in the game, can help you back in the game of life. Optum Orthopedic, official orthopedic provider to the Georgia Southern Eagles. Let's go down on the field, get an Eagle injury update with Brian Chambers.
There was some question about LaRon Scott. Obviously, he is out there and out here in a first down, but J.J. Wilcox is not. It's an injury. It's precautionary. Is not dressed today. We will not be seeing action.
Thank you, Ryan. 7:59 to go here in the first quarter. Presbyterian back onto the field. First down and 10 at the 17. Quick fire. They hit their tight end, Joey Gilkey, the sophomore out of Woodstock, Georgia. Just shy of the 25-yard line. Josh Rowe planted down. Middle linebacker with the tackle.
That's exactly how they started off in their first series, was that little underneath route, go to where your linebackers aren't. Josh Rowe made the tackle there. That time they got more yards, obviously picked up about 6.
Second down 4. At the Blue Hose 24-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Quarterback Ryan Singer in the gun. They'll hand it off to Lance Bird. Bird, left tackle, makes it to the 30, then stood up there. But enough for a Presbyterian first down. Michael Butler got to him first, and he stopped at the 31-yard line.
Showing they have a rushing attack. In the first series, they had a couple good runs on us. They moved the chains.
First down 10 at the 31-yard line. Singer out of a gun, sends two receivers right. One to the left side. And he'll move Lance Bird again, the junior running back. Comes into the game, 94 carries, 407 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Singer, little play action, throwing, receiver not ready, far side, and Derico Bailey turned. And again, a radio ball, he heard it, did not see it, and it's incomplete. Second down 10 at the 31.
Receiver's got to get there. He's got to run his routes better. Quarterback put it right where he needed to. He had to get rid of it because Javon mentioned was in his face. That's just not a crisp route by the receiver. He was wide open. He had nice separation.
They'll send Arthur Williams, a receiver near side. One receiver in the slot near side. Bobbled the shotgun snap. Singer trying to get a hand on it. He'll be dropped back around the 26-yard line. The Eagles smelled blood in the water that time as just hit him in the hands and went straight to the carpet. Singer almost looked like he didn't know where it was.
He lost his helmet. And I think he took a shot there as a scramble for the ball. That for Presbyterian was almost disaster. He tried to pick it back up, and he looked very confused. He'd been better off just dropping on it. And he looks like he's coming out of here. He is.
Yeah, he took a hit. He didn't drop on it. He reached down to try to grab it with one hand and got shelled. And he will check out. And it'll be Brandon Miley, the redshirt senior out of Wilmington, North Carolina.
Just 3rd and 15, not a big deal to enter the ball game.
211 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Both of these quarterbacks very similar in style. They'll stay in the same offensive format. 3rd and 15 at the 26-yard line of their very own. Shotgun snap back. Miley throws across the middle. Catch is made by Mackey. He got to about the 28. But Deion Stanley wraps him up quickly. A gain of 2 yards. It'll set up 4th and 13 for the Blue Hose, and they'll send on the punt unit. It'll be Patrick Morgano, the junior out of Greenville, South Carolina. Out of Wade Hampton High School. Got a 41-yard average on the season. Had 8 punts over 50 yards. And 11 inside the 20 so far this year. He'll stand back at the 15-yard line of the Blue Hose.
To say they've struggled on 3rd down this year would be an understatement, Chris.
Darion Robinson back deep for the Eagles at the 32 of their very own. Nearly blocked. Morgano gets it away. Angling far side and out of bounds inside the 30. They may say it was out of bounds at the 31. We'll wait and see. Yes, it will be the 31-yard line. That's where the Eagles take over for their second offensive possession of the day.
Talk about a block party. They almost got to that one.
You're right.
You guys see it better up there. And Morgano kind of spun around, pulled the old Terry Harvin, for lack of a better term. and you know, it's good to see Larry Saunders kind of just shake his head a little bit and chuckle. He wasn't going to give him a penalty on that.
No, and an excellent job by Devin Scott because he pulled back. And knowing that he wasn't going to get the ball, he did a very good job of not making contact with the punter. Good job.
First down 10 at the 31. Eagles back in control. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right side. Split gun formation as they'll motion Bryant out of the slot. Give it off to Robert Brown. Brown up the middle, across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Pick up a 5. It'll be 2nd down 5 for this Eagle offense.
Quick scoring update up in Greenville. It's all tied up. Wofford just used a 13-play, 74-yard drive to tie it up at 7. Furman started the ball game with a 10-play, 70 drive of their own. Go up 7-0 in the first quarter, but it's all locked up at 7. Wofford and Furman.
Eagles dressed in their home blue jerseys, white pants, Georgia Southern blue helmets for Presbyterian. Dressed in white tops, royal blue bottoms, and white helmets. 5:03 remaining first quarter, 7-0. Eagles on top, 2nd down 5 from the 35-yard line. Again off to Brown. Brown trying to make his way to the 40. Stopped just shy. Pick up of 4 yards will set up 2nd down, rather 3rd down, and about a yard here for the Eagles offense. No better looking team in America than the Georgia Southern Eagles. You can keep your uniform looking great with Greener Cleaners in Statesboro, using a revolutionary and environmentally friendly dry cleaning service. Stop by at 510 Northside Drive East or find out more at burrowgreenercleaners.com. use the same cleaners that Southern Pride, Chris Blair, and Ryan Chambers use. Sometimes Terry Harvin. 3rd down and a yard, just shy of the 40. It'll be Jay Beauchamp on the keeper, and appear he had enough. Got a good surge and then pushed back. We'll see where the spot comes. Not a very favorable spot thus far. Still looks to be shy of the 40-yard line.
This ain't fumble.
And it was a fumble, and Presbyterian came up with it. So he did have a surge, but lost the football, and then it was picked back up by the Blue Hose just inside the Eagle 40-yard line.
I think Georgia Southern coaching staff was hoping for a whistle there for progress, but it was not blown, and I don't think it was warranted there. I think it's clean.
Yeah, Ryan, he went with the quarterback sneak. He got through, but then got tattooed by PC. It looked like that middle linebacker came up, and C.J. Harris, big kid, 5'10", short but stout, 225. And popped the ball loose.
Ryan Singer back in as quarterback. The starter banged up on the last drive. Will now check back in out of a gun. 1st down and 10 at the 40-yard line. Looking for the swing pass now with the inside screen to Michael Ruff. Up the middle of the field. He has daylight inside the 30 to the Eagle 25 and brought down at the 23-yard line. A 1st down and 10 for Presbyterian, and a nice play by Ryan Singer, who really looked like he wanted the swing pass to Lance Bird. Sucked the defense in, and then he was able to find Ruff in the interior underneath.
If there's such a thing called a play-action screen, that's exactly what it was. They took little number 14 and curled him underneath, faked the screen, and went to him.
1st down 10 at the 23. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Singer motions a receiver out of the slot. Will hand it off. It'll be Seth Moreland.
On that screen pass, it was almost like the sweep they ran for all those yards on 2nd down at the opening drive. I mentioned, are they going to double team 66 Brent Russell? That time they let Brent through, picked up everybody else, and sold it right on the screen.
Moreland making it down to the 20-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the PC offense. Has been inside the red zone on 2 occasions here. Had a field goal block in the opening drive. Chance to get points there. Harold Nichols and company looking for an opportunity here. Singer throwing towards the end zone. Catch is made in the end zone by Jeremiah Mackey. A flag comes out. No indication, maybe offensive pass interference. We'll wait and see. He was battling down to the near side against Lavelle Westbrooks, and it appears maybe this one's coming back, and it is.
Yeah, a little push off. That explains how he got the separation that he did have. The pass was on the money. Great pass and a great catch. Got to see the replay on that one, but obviously, I mean, and it was a quick flag, too. It wasn't.
Pass interference on the offense, number 19. That's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. 2nd down.
That'll sting, too, because then you watch them go down the field, block field goal, and then they got to feel pretty good. They may get at least, if nothing else, a second chance, but now they're going to get pushed back even farther toward midfield.
That was not even on the receiver that caught the ball. 19 came over, took our defensive back out of the play.
That's what we call a screen in basketball. 2nd down and a mile here for Presbyterian as they mark the football back at the Eagle 35-yard line. Out of the red zone here, 2nd and 22. High snap. Singer, one-handed, holds on. Wants to run, now rolls out to his right, and will throw this one away near side into the Georgia Southern National Championship cheerleaders. That'll set up 3rd and 22. Minchin and York, or Stanley rather, with pressure on Singer, but that one, the snap again, 2nd time today. The snap's not been crisp.
Yeah,
coming out of the arms of Blake Dowd, the senior out of Columbia.
You think that might have anything to do with the worrisome 6'6" in front of him?
I think you're right. Douglas doing a good job as well. And Javon came from the other side.
3rd down, 22 at the 35-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Give it off. Moreland going nowhere. Gets to about the 33 before Roderick Tinsley and Brent Russell combined to bring him down. Well shy of the 1st down. It'll be 4th and 19 upcoming for Presbyterian.
Why not go for it? You're Coach Nichols.
You got to.
Roll the dice.
Aaron Mays long of 33 yards. He missed on a 45-yard attempt earlier in the year.
They're going to punt it.
They're going to punt it away as Morgano again come in to punt. Nearly had it blocked last time.
You talk about getting off your blockers. And that's what Brent Russell and Tinsley was able to do on that play. They literally just shed them and made the tackle quick.
No wind Wind has died here at Alan E. Paulson Stadium, and flag comes out. Delay of game against Presbyterian. Going to try to give Morgano a little more room here.
5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Because if he puts that through the end zone with a 32 spot to the 20, you net out only 12 yards. I mean, I know it's 4th and 19, and Presbyterian hadn't been great in the spot of 3rd down, as Terry mentioned, for the percentages. But when you're on the road against, number 1 team in the country at 2 and 4, maybe they were thinking about it. It might be in the late, the reason bring the punter out on late.
So they'll put the ball down at the 37 of the Eagles. That'll put Morgano back at the Presbyterian 47-yard line. Darion Robinson back deep for the Eagles to see if he can make a return. High snap. Morgano will punt it away. Angles it
beautiful
near side. And just at the 1 and goes into the end zone for a touchback. Presbyterian had a man in position, but the quick hop off the kick into the end zone will be first down at 10 for the Eagles with 2:06 to play first quarter. A 7-0 Georgia Southern lead. The game open. Presbyterian, an impressive drive down the field. Eventually the Eagle defense holds. They go for the field goal. Gets the block. Javon Minchin blocks it down. Eagles take over. An impressive drive by Georgia Southern. Robert Brown with the touchdown to make it 7-0. So the Eagles take over, first down at 10 at the 20-yard line. 2:06 to go here in the first quarter of action. Jabo Shaw out of a shotgun formation. Motion McKinnon and set up the option right side. Pitch coming to Robert Brown on the corner. Made it to the 20, but Presbyterian all over that one. Donnell Williams, the freshman out of Stark, Florida, on the stop along with L.J. Perry. And a good job by Presbyterian being at home.
Great pursuit on the corner. We weren't able to get the block. Going to spring it as Robinson checks back into the ball game, as does Marcus Farmer, wide receiver, getting some action of late out of Windsor Forest in Savannah.
2-yard pickup by Robert Brown sets up second down 8 at the 22-yard line of the Eagles. Back to the flex bone formation. Shaw under center. Counter option near side. Shaw, late pitch. Coming to McKinnon, 30, 35, near side, lays a blow and makes it to the 40-yard line. Before he's bounced out of bounds, but not before he gave Damon Lawrence a little push with the forearm. Wow. Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles.
And Damon Lawrence is a senior out of Jacksonville, Florida. Took a hit from McKinnon. McKinnon stays on his feet. And Lawrence, well, he doesn't.
1:15 clock moving first quarter. First down 10 now at the Eagle 39. Working from the near side hash. Showers a wide receiver, far side. Zach Walker, the freshman receiver, near side. Shaw looking to throw, looking for Walker. He'll launch this near sideline. Walker extended arms and incomplete. Down at the 23-yard line, just overthrown. Cedric Bird on coverage for Presbyterian. But credit Zach Walker, got separation on Bird, the sophomore out of Tyrone, Georgia. That throw just a little off. And the wind at Jabo Shaw's back maybe lifted that one a little farther.
It may have. Well, Ryan mentioned about our efficiency and accuracy of Jabo Shaw. And that pass, though it was a little long, that was a pass that could not be intercepted. He threw the ball where only Zach Walker could make the catch.
Second down 10 at the 39. Two receivers, right side, one to the left. Shotgun formation. They'll motion McKinnon, slot right side. Pitch. Robert Brown, 40, far side. 45, hit there and dropped, but not before he made it to the 45-yard line. Donnell Williams and Lathan Burton on the stop for Presbyterian. And with 41 seconds to go here in the first quarter, it'll set up third down and about 4 here for the Eagles, who, again, doing a pretty good job increasing each week, Terry, in their third down efficiency, something that Coach Munkin harps about week in, week out.
Oh, no doubt. You get better and better, but I want to tell you real quickly, Presbyterian, after that first drive, has done a much better job defending this offense.
Flexbone formation, third down 4 at the 43 of the Eagles. Quick toss, Robinson, far side, leapfrogs to the 50, and he's got a Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. And that may be the final play in the first quarter as Robinson, the junior out of Bishop, Georgia, came into the game, 15 carries, 89 yards, and he wanted that first down and earned it. with the hop over the defender.
We talk about McKinnon's speed. Well, let's give the man credit for blocking. McKinnon was out there through a great block, and Robinson was able to jump over him to pick up the first down. As Chris just mentioned, we move in to the second quarter of play today.
1 quarter of action in the books. 7-0. Georgia Southern leads over Presbyterian. The Eagles look at first down and 10 when we return on the Presbyterian side of the field. Your score after 1 quarter, Georgia Southern 7, Presbyterian College nothing. This is the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
Georgia Southern University. It is a university and a community. It is the roar of a crowd and the hush of nature. It is research focused, a creative spirit. It is a beginning, a lifetime of memories. It is true blue. It is life-changing. We are Georgia Southern University. Join us.
Southeastern Orthopedic Center is now Optum Orthopedics. With nearly 30 satellite offices, 3 Southeast Georgia hospitals, and a variety of additional physician practices, a new name was needed. Optum Orthopedics. The Eagles rely on Optum Orthopedics to get them back in the game, and you can rely on them to get you back into the game of life. Southeastern Orthopedics is now Optum Orthopedics. New name, but as always, their commitment to their patients is forefront with the focus on you. Optum Orthopedics.
Start of the second quarter here. Welcome back to the Verizon broadcast booth here at Allen E. Paulson Stadium. Eagles lead 7-0 over Presbyterian College. Checking the Toyota game tracker, Georgia Southern 120 yards of total offense on 17 plays. For Presbyterian, 103 yards of total offense. The Eagles have 91 on the ground. Presbyterian was 75. And through the air, the Eagles 29 and the Blue Hose with 28. 7-0 our score. Eagles with the football. They switch sides of the field. It'll be first down and 10 right at the midfield stripe. Now the Eagles attacking left to right on your dial. Shaw out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Puts it in the belly of Robert Brown. Wanted to go up the middle. Now spins away at the 45. Breaks it near side to the 40. Picks up the Franklin first down and out of bounds at the Presbyterian 33-yard line. What a run by the sophomore out of Macon, Georgia. Most of the time you see him take the dive, it's right up the middle. That time Presbyterian did a good job clogging up the middle of that line. He bounced it out and then made an extra cut inside the 40 to get to the Presbyterian 33 for the Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles.
I gave him 2 bounces and a spin move. He used 1 bounce off of his own lineman, Brett Moore, senior out of Warner Robins, Georgia. Had a chance to see his family down there today on the hill.
14:32 to play. Second quarter just underway here in the second stanza. First down 10 at the 33. Counter option and reverse. Give it off. Dominique Swope into the game. The freshman out of Buford on the misdirect inside the Presbyterian 25 to the 24-yard line.
I tell you what, I love that play. You thin out the defense, bring your slot receiver back in motion near side, and it's almost like the wishbone set or what we normally see with the motion, and you pop your fullback back over the middle, and the linebackers already moved out into the flats, and you got a lot more open space out there.
9-yard pickup by Swope, his first carry of the afternoon. Second down and a yard at the Presbyterian 24. Snap out of the gun. Give it off to Swope again. Left tackle. He's got the Franklin first down and then some inside the Presbyterian 20 and stopped at the 16-yard line.
Those type of plays, as Ryan's mentioned, actually helps your option game out because now the defense has to stay back a little bit for those misdirections and counters. But you're right, beautiful play. Haven't seen that this year either. Nice little wrinkle in there for the folks of App State and Wofford to keep an eye on in the future.
First down and 10 at the 16-yard line. Eagles set up 2 receivers left. Zach Walker, lone receiver to the right side. Shotgun snap. Shaw rolling out to his left, firing towards the end zone, looking for Bryant. Leans, and it's incomplete. Trying to hold it in was Jonathan Bryant. Justin Bethel on coverage. And again, Shaw leading the receiver just a little bit, but no chance for an interception. It was only Bryant's ball to get.
Yeah, a little bit held the ball a little too long for me on that, Ryan. I wish he had gotten rid of it quicker, but he did lead him, and Bryant almost made a spectacular catch.
Much like, though, the Walker play, as you were mentioning, As Bryant goes back near the pylon, he threw it. Jabo did only where his receiver can get it. So if you're going to take a risk and let it fly, only a blue and white can get to it.
Second down 10 at the 16. Motion Bryant out of the slot left side. Give it off Robert Brown. Robert Brown inside the 10 and stopped at the 8-yard line by Donnell Williams, the freshman out of Stark, Florida. Coming into the game, 36 tackles. It almost appears Presbyterian a little weary defensively. Their defensive squad have been on the field quite a bit here so far in the first half with 12:54 to go in the second quarter. 7-0 Georgia Southern leads.
Yeah, guys, look at the defensive line. Every one of them hands on their hips right now. It's awful early in the second quarter to be gassed, but this offense will do it to you.
Third down and a short 2 here. Shaw under center in the flex bone. Give it off to Brown. Brown will follow behind the offensive line. He's got the Franklin first down and then some inside the Presbyterian 5 to about the 4-yard line. It'll be first down, goal to goal for Georgia Southern with 12:30 to go here in the second half or second quarter. And they lead 7-0. They'll place the ball down just shy of the PC 3-yard line.
What a great article recently written about Jabo Shaw as Jabo splits out and McKinnon goes in the Wildcat. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Wildcat? You mean Wild Eagle?
Wild Eagle, my bad.
Robert Brown in a slot, far side. Power set. McKinnon to take the snap. McKinnon, shotgun snap, untouched. Hesitates, then goes in. Put an Eagle 6 on it. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. 13-0 with 12:08 to play here in the second quarter. Jarek McKinnon with his 6th rushing touchdown of the season. And Adrian Moron for the point after.
Defenses look like there's some mystery all season where that's going. I don't know that it's gone anywhere else other than when it's gone into the end zone. Straight ahead, too. There's not a whole lot of magic to it.
So Mora looking for a point after 131 in his career. It's on its way, and it is good. 14-0. Georgia Southern leads. 12:08 to go. Second quarter action will return to Alan E. Paulson in just a moment. You're listening to Georgia Southern football.
This is Seth Harp of Harp on Sports, inviting you to spend your Georgia Southern football weekends at Spring Hill Suites Hotel in Statesboro. With 25% larger rooms, free continental breakfast, free high-speed internet, and group rates, Spring Hill Suites is the perfect place to rest and recover after a long day of tailgating and watching the game. Spring Hill Suites is an official Eagle Club sponsor of Georgia Southern football and partner of ESPN 102.1. Spring Hill Suites on the corner of Highway 67 and the 301 bypass in Statesboro.
More new Nissans means more savings. Vaden Nissan of Statesboro's selection of new Nissans is bigger than ever. So we're selling them for less than ever. Get the exact new Nissan you want from Vaden. Right now, new 2011 Altimas, $3,000 off or 0% for 60 months. Number BC 130236, MSRP $24,550, MSRP $24,580. Sale price $21,580. Only at Vaden Nissan of Statesboro, part of your Nissan connection. Vaden Nissan, smarter.
ESPN 102.1.
12:08 to play, second quarter action, and Georgia Southern leading 14-0 over Presbyterian College. Fans, for all of your gas up and tailgate supply needs, it's Neighbors Express with locations in Statesboro in front of Lowe's, also in Sylvania and exit 51 in Dublin. On your way into the heart of Eagle Nation, choose to do business with those that are true blue. Choose Neighbors Express convenience stores. Another efficient drive for the Georgia Southern offense to extend their lead 14-0, 2 possessions and 2 scores.
And a drive that started in the first quarter, carrying over into the second, used 4 minutes and 58 seconds, 80 yards, 12 plays, mainly on the legs of Robert Brown and Swope, and McKinnon in there for the Wild Eagle, put an Eagle 6 on it. The Eagles go up 14-0, and Robert Brown on the day, 58 yards, 9 carries. McKinnon 44 and 5. There's your Toyota game tracker.
Finishing this 3-game homestand, the first 2 games quite windy here at Alan E. Paulson Stadium. Right now, the wind is nil as the kick from Greer fielded at the 6 by Michael Ruff. Up the right hash and slung down from behind. A flag comes out at the 22-yard line. Maybe a block in the back upcoming against Presbyterian. But as I mentioned, virtually no wind here today. Something you had to deal with the last 2 weeks. We'll see what Larry Saunders says the infraction is all about as the Southern Conference crew huddle up at the 26-yard line. 12:01 to play. 14-0 Georgia Southern with the lead.
And that's exactly
a good crowd on hand here for a non-conference game in week number 7.
During the return, illegal block in the back on the receiving team, number 9. That penalty is half the distance to the goal. It's first down.
Yeah, typically those calls, everybody can see them because it's right there on the kickoff and the whole. And like Chris mentioned, what a great crowd here today. We were a little bit worried about the attendance, but beautiful day.
Come out.
Amongst that crowd, guys, Jack Childress, I think, was the head of officiating in the Southern Conference here today. Boy, he's done a great job this year, hasn't he?
He has done a tremendous job as the new head of officials, legendary referee, and the Atlantic Coast Conference, the man in the ACC for many a year. First down at 10 after the infraction. Mark the ball down at the Presbyterian 9-yard line. They'll hand it off to Lance Bird, trying to find something around right tackle. He stopped just beyond the 10-yard line, only a gain of about a yard. Brent Russell able to pull him down. Brent coming into the game, 23 tackles, 4 sacks. Of course, on the Buck Buchanan watch list coming into the year, he's got 8.5 tackles for a loss this year. The Man Bear Pig is certainly eaten well so far in 2011. Second down, 8. They mark it just shy of the 11-yard line. Singer with the crowd in his ear, shouting instructions out of a shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right side. Working right to left. Singer, quick fire. And this one, the Eagles waiting for it. Incomplete at the 13-yard line, looking for Bailey. And that is the 3rd time the Blue Hose have dialed up that play. Ron Scott knew it, stepped in front of it, got a hand on the football.
Yeah, I mentioned in the pregame, will they double Brent? They double Brent that time and even pick up a 3rd there from the left tackle to kind of edge up on him. That's just too much personnel for Georgia Southern, for Presbyterian to fight. If you're going to double and then bring another chip on to Brent Russell, there's going to be a lot of personnel to account for.
Good gamble, too, by LaRon Scott. Snipped it out. The first 2 series for PC, they used that route.
0 for 3 on 3rd down for the Blue Hose. 3rd down and 8 at the 11. Snap the Singer out of a shotgun. Pocket collapsing, stepping up and smashed down at the 11-yard line. Josh Rowe leading the charge defensively along with John Douglas and Blake Riley. And it'll be 3rd down, or rather 4th down, and about 7. And once again onto the field comes Patrick Morgano, who so far has been the leader for the Presbyterian offense.
Now, good credit to that offensive tackle there. Tim Fowler picked up the blitz because he had not. His quarterback would have been drilled into the turf. Beautiful punt.
Beautiful punt by Morgano, fielded by Robinson at the 40, and nearly stayed on his feet as he was drugged backward to about the 35, but his knee was down. They'll say he's shy of the 37-yard line. That's where Georgia Southern takes over. 10:42 to go. Second quarter action, 14-0. Georgia Southern with the lead. Georgia Southern True Blue, defined as diehard, enthusiastic, lifetime supporters of Georgia Southern University. Are you True Blue? Well, if you are, join the Alumni Association today. If you haven't already, visit alumni.georgiasouthern.edu or call 912-GSU-ALUM. And good news today, we heard on the Citizens Bank Tailgate Show, Zaxby's, founded here in Statesboro, now will offer a great deal the first Thursday of every month. Proceeds going to the Georgia Southern Athletic Foundation. So make sure the first Thursday of every month you head to Zaxby's in Statesboro. Here's the quick toss. McKinnon far side, 45, across midfield, far sideline, 40, and pushed out of bounds just inside the 30-yard line of Presbyterian. Mathan Burton made the stop, but McKinnon with a lot of room in front of him. Presbyterian just trying to get a hand on the sophomore out of Marietta, Georgia. It's a Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles with 10:33 to go here in the second quarter.
Scoring update up in Greenville, South Carolina. The Wofford Terriers score again, but missed the extra point to go up in the second quarter, 13-7 over Furman.
First down and 10 at the 28-yard line of Presbyterian. Jay Beauchamp under center. Robert Brown, your B-back. They'll motion McKinnon. Counter option near side. Shaw fakes. Shaw will keep. Shaw inside the 25 and down at the Presbyterian 24-yard line. Pick up a 4. It'll be second down and 6 for the Georgia Southern offense.
Talking about an article written on Jay Beauchamp that was in the Washington Post and the AJC this past week. Talked about his father, the coaching there, and also his brother playing quarterback at South Carolina. We learned is in attendance today to cheer on his brother. It was a good article. Talk about how they're best friends, and all three of them talk every day.
What a football family that is. Father, a great coach out of Flowery Branch.
Now, J-Bo says the best athlete in the family is the younger sister. 2nd down, 6 at the 24. Under center, give it off Robert Brown. Brown on the dive, just shy of the 20-yard line. Picks up 4 yards. C.J. Harris, middle linebacker, gets the tackle with 9:19 to go here in the second quarter.
Can she play quarterback?
I think she's a volleyball player, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that. But he said by far, you can ask his dad, ask his brother, she's the best athlete.
It would not surprise me to see J-Bo Shaw still as an Eagle next year on the sidelines or up in this coaching box.
Coach Monken says he is a coach on the field, and he's made a difference in this program in the last 2 years. 3rd down and 3, a little less than 3 at the 21. Handed off to Brown. He's got the Franklin first down and then some inside the Presbyterian 15 down to the 14-yard line. Darren Evans, the senior out of Lawrenceville, Georgia, gets the tackle for Presbyterian, but not before the Eagles move the chains. It'll be 1st down and 10 at the Blue Hose 14-yard line. The Eagles up 14-0 with 8:38 to go here in the second quarter.
Let me tell you how that play works. That play works because you put Brent Moore and Dorian Burge side by side and run behind them.
Nico Hickey in as a slot back. Jarek McKinnon a slot back. Robert Brown your B back. And Zach Walker, wide receiver to the left side. Shaw under center, takes a snap. Quick toss McKinnon near side. Trying to find a seam, and along the near side, gets inside the 10. A late flag comes out. It may be a late hit and a personal foul against Presbyterian.
Yeah, part of me says his momentum carried him into him. The other side, he could have checked up. Watching the replay, he did get that little extra pop in there at the end.
Nice block from Nico Hickey out on the edge.
Nico Hickey.
After the play, personal foul. Number 26 defense. Late hit out of bounds. That's a half the distance penalty. Automatic first down.
Nico's a guy that doesn't get enough credit in this offense, right?
No, and over the years, he's been through a couple coaches changes, a couple different positions. The kid can do a little bit of everything.
Justin Bethel charged with a personal foul and will set up the Eagles' first down goal to goal at the Presbyterian 4-yard line.
Willie Burton from Statesboro checking into the ball game, junior.
No surprise here. Back to the Wild Eagle formation. Jarek McKinnon in the shotgun, waiting on the snap. The motion, Tyler Sumner. He'll lead block for McKinnon, who lowers his shoulder at the goal line, trying to get in. And they'll say just stop shy inside the 1.
I'm just laughing because it took 3 Blue Hose defensive men to stop McKinnon after he put his head down, and they basically picked him up, elevated him, but he got to, looks like, about the 1 foot line.
Boy, he has gotten strong, hasn't he? You're right. He almost punched himself in against 3 Blue Hose there. Which, by the way, not to go off card, but I'm surprised they're not wearing blue socks.
Coach Mitch Ware said that Jarek McKinnon can walk by Ironworks and get bigger. That's the kind of workout and ethic Jarek McKinnon has had. Now it's Shaw under center. Shaw will try to keep. Shaw will follow behind Brandavius Mann. He's in for the score. A flag came out at the snap.
Mistimed blitz by Presbyterian. They tried to come in there and guess the count.
Offsides.
Was offsides.
Defense number 2. That penalty is declined. Touchdown.
So it's a touchdown for the Eagles to make it 20-0. J-Bo Shaw with his 7th rushing touchdown of the season. And right now Presbyterian has no answer for the Georgia Southern offense. And penalties have really hampered Presbyterian's effort here this afternoon. Adrian Moore on for the point after with 7:17 to play in the second quarter. Snap, set, kick on its way, and it's good. 132 of 132 point afters, and Adrian Moore makes it 21-0 with 7:17 to go here in the first half. We'll take a timeout, return to Alan E. Paulson Stadium in just a moment. This is Georgia Southern football.
Love NFL football? Let Bud Light hook you up with the ultimate fan experience. Just snap the tag on special packs of Bud Light and you can win VIP trips to the 2012 NFL Draft, the Pro Bowl, and the Super Bowl. Want the ultimate fan experience? Here we go. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents except California, 21 and over. Program ends 1/15/2012. Send Bud Light snap tag at retail to snap@budlight.com. Message and data rates may apply. See rules at budlight.com/ultimatefan. Void where prohibited. Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah! Take that touchdown to the bank!
Now you can watch live college football on your Verizon phone.
Run him over, yeah!
Get over 75 live college games.
That's how you do it!
But don't just take my word for it.
What a catch!
Take his. Only Verizon offers you an experience as big as this. Find it all at VerizonWireless.com/video. Verizon, giving you college football on the go. Subscription required. Data charges apply according to your plan. Coverage not available everywhere.
Georgia Southern football presented in part by Bud Light. Bud Light reminds you that responsibility matters and to always designate a driver. Bud Light, the sure sign of a good time. Bud Light, here we go. Georgia Southern up 21-0 over Presbyterian College. 7:17 to go on an absolutely gorgeous day here in Statesboro, Georgia. Beautiful fall day here at Allen E. Paulson Stadium. And the Eagles so far, Terry, 3 possessions, 3 scores.
You got to like that. We're also batting 5 of 6 on third down conversion. 7 plays, 63 yards, 3 minutes and 25 seconds was the drive behind Robert Brown, McKinnon, and Jabo Shaw. The quarterback leads them in with a quarterback sneak. Put an Eagles 6 on it. The Eagles take a 21-0 lead here in the second quarter with 7:17 left to go until half.
The white flags are out as Billy Greer tees it up at the 30. Wind in his face. Kick is away. High kick and short. Coming up will be Michael Ruff, fielded at the 10-yard line, far side, 20. Looking for the sideline, gets across the 25 and stopped between the 27, or rather the 28 and 29-yard line. So that's where Presbyterian takes over. 7:11 to go here in the first half for Presbyterian on the afternoon. 106 yards of total offense. They had a huge play to set up a possible score in their opening drive. The field goal was blocked by the Eagles. But after that, defense for Georgia Southern has really shut down everything Presbyterian has wanted to do. Justice Ajike and Rashad Williams will check in on the defensive front. Hudson Presame in as the near side corner, along with A.J. McCray, who will step in along with Michael Butler as the safeties. First down and 10 at the 26-yard line. Singer in at quarterback. Shotgun snap, running for his life. Throws this one away far side as Josh Rowe was right in front of Ryan Singer, the sophomore out of Dunedin, Florida. And the pressure has been nonstop for Presbyterian.
Good timing on that blitz. Josh Rowe comes in there untouched, and he had no choice but to get rid of it.
Everybody that's ever played quarterback's been in that position where as a split second after the snap, you see a clear 10 in front of you coming in the wrong color, and you know no matter what, this play is going dead.
That's called an crap play.
May have seen an Olay block at the line. Here's the shotgun snap. Singer going to run. Singer caught from behind as he made it across the 25. Javon mentioned. And Justice Ajike there to pull down Singer. He picks up 2 yards. It'll be third down and a little less than 9 with 6:50 to go here in the first half of action. 21-0.
Blue Hose 0 of 4 on third down conversions on the day.
Eagles showing pressure again as Singer rises up. Now we'll step back into the shotgun. Darius Eubanks coming up right at the line. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right side. On third down and a little less than 9 at the 27. Singer looking to throw. Quick snap, quick fire, incomplete at the first down. Sticks at the 36-yard line, looking for Anderico Bailey. LaRon Scott on coverage, and Harold Nichols out there thought that LaRon may have had too much hands on Bailey, but no flag. It'll set up fourth down and 9. And again, Patrick Organo, the punter for the Blue Hose, will come onto the field.
You get away with some. And I think we did on that play. As I watched the replay, he had his hand on his back. It was able to reach around. We've talked about like a basketball player defending the pass down low. And that's what he did.
Morgano stands at the 11-yard line of his very own. Robinson back deep for the Eagles. Here's the kick.
Ooh.
This is a booming kick. Robinson going back, fields over the shoulder at the 15. Breaks a tackle at the 10. Now comes back up the field with a head of steam. Breaking far side, 30, and to the 33-yard line. We got a blue hose down at the 12-yard line trying to make that stop. But credit Robinson with a great return after a beautiful kick from Patrick Morgano. Had a little wind at his back. And now Presbyterian's player able to hop up and appears to be okay. A little slow getting up.
Now 55-plus yard punt for the Blue Hose on that one. 57-yard punt. 18-yard return by Robinson. Great block back there to spring him as well.
Justin Bethel was slow to get up, but he makes it on his own power over to the far sideline. First down 10 at the 33 after a great return by Robinson. They'll fake the toss, throw out to Bryant, caught at midfield, near side, 40 to the 30 to the 20. One man to beat, shakes and bakes, and is brought down at the 12-yard line. Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. A great pass and catch from Shaw to Jonathan Bryant, the junior out of Cairo, Georgia. That'll set up the Eagles inside the Presbyterian red zone at the 12-yard line.
Zach Walker not knowing which player to block once the pass was complete down there, Ryan, and it was a great open field tackle by PC.
That's a nice way to start the drive if you have a couple, again, as we mentioned, a couple of options to go to for J-Bo.
First down 10. They mark him at the 10-yard line. So it's first down, goal to goal, as Shaw will give it off to Robert Brown, or actually make the late pitch to McKinnon. Left side, untouched. Put an Eagles 6 on it. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Presbyterian bit on that one, and Shaw held it into the last moment. Made a late pitch left side to McKinnon. And Jarrett's in for the score. His 7th touchdown of the season. Make it 27-0 with 5:30 to go. All set up by a 57-yard pass play from J-Bo Shaw to Jonathan Bryant. And with 5.5 minutes to go in the second quarter, Adrian Mora on once again for the point after.
The only one to read it right was the linebacker for L.J. Perry for PC, going after Shaw.
Mora's kick up. Mora kick is good. 28-0, 5.5 minutes to go. Second quarter action. We'll return to Allen E. Paulson Stadium in just a moment. This is Georgia Southern football.
You want a great deal. No, you deserve a great deal. And Hilton Head Honda is going to make sure you get it. It's the Hilton Head Honda deal of the day, going on right now, today, tomorrow, and every day. Every single day there's a great deal at Hilton Head Honda. They get new inventory every single day, and they're making room by putting you in a car payment that you never dreamed you'd get. Hilton Head Honda has great cars with payments under $250 a month, under $200 a month, and some even under $170 a month. Bet you didn't think you could buy a 2009 for under $170 a month. You can at Hilton Head Honda. Check them out right now at HiltonHeadHonda.com or log on to ESPN1021.com and we'll link you up. You want a great deal, and you deserve it. And that's what you'll get from Hilton Head Honda, the most experienced dealer in the Hilton Head and Bluffton area.
Estimated payments of $2,500 down. Cash or trade includes tax, tags, fees, 72 months at 5.95 APR with approved credit.
ESPN 102.1.
It's been all Georgia Southern thus far, 28-0. Eagles with the lead, 5.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter as Jarrett McKinnon scampers in from the 10-yard line. Billy Greer will kick it off once again, end-over-end kick, far side, fielded at the 9 by Michael Ruff. Up the far sideline to the 20 and bounced out of bounds at the 22-yard line. That's where Presbyterian takes over. Inefficient to say the least on offense, and a lot of that is due to Georgia Southern's defense thus far in the 7th week of the season. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Georgia Southern football from the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
ESPN 102.1.
Where only one can win.
WZAT-FM, Tybee Island, Savannah.
Academic as well as athletic superiority.
A Cumulus media station.
Back to the Verizon broadcast booth here at Allen E. Paulson Stadium. Presbyterian first down and 10 from the 22-yard line of their very own. The handoff to Lance Bird. trying to find some room around the left side. Gets to about the 24-yard line, a pickup of 2. Roderick Tinsley in on the stop. Tinsley, the senior out of Soperton, Georgia, getting some NFL attention. Some scouts really like his frame at 6'3", 285.
As Ryan talks about, the more attention, the more linemen that are used to take on Russell leaves Tinsley open.
2nd down, 8 at the 24. Shotgun snap. Singer fires across the middle. Will set up screen. Bailey's got it near side. Makes it out to about the 29-yard line before being bounced out of bounds by Douglas and Westbrooks. Shy of the first down. It will set up 3rd and 3 for the Blue Hose offense. Again, it's Military Appreciation Day here at Alan E. Paulson Stadium, and it was great to see, Ryan Chambers, the military being honored here and certainly a part of this football game from the very start.
And it was great to see a familiar face, Colonel George Frederick, who at one time was head of the Eagle Battalion here. In fact, I've had him in baseball. Rick Clements doing play-by-play with the Military Appreciation, now a colonel.
3rd down and 3. Singer rolling to his right. On his back foot throws. And this one easy pickings. LaRon Scott intercepted. And he says he did not hold on coming down to the ground. So it's incomplete. Scott, the only player to make a play on that ball from Singer, who was forced out by Brent Russell. He was looking for Arthur Williams. And Scott really would like to have that one back. That would have been his 3rd interception of the year. But as it stands, 4th down and 3 at the 29. And on comes Presbyterian to punt it away.
You know, turnovers, talk Coach Nichols before the ball game. He said, if we just don't turn the ball over. Well, 3rd down conversions on the day for the Blue Hose, they're 0 for 6. Now, in the year, they're just 29%. So that's certainly one of their areas of concern.
Regano had a 57-yard punt last time out. And before he can kick it away, we have a flag down.
Right side of the line, a little early movement for the Blue Hose. McKinnon, by the way, closely approaching 100 yards.
Offense, number 13. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
McKinnon on the day, as I look at the Toyota game tracker, 98 yards on the day, 2 touchdowns. Robert Brown, 11 carries, 67 yards and 1 touchdown. Jabo Shaw adding the other touchdown. Leading rusher for the Blue Hose is Ruff with 59 yards. On the day, the Eagles have 295 yards of total offense. PC just 115.
So now Morgano, after the infraction, will stand back at the 9-yard line of his very own. Robinson back deep for the Eagles, and this one is over the head of Morgano. He tries to kick it out of the end zone and miss. The Eagles jump on it, put an Eagles 6 on it. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Eagles came after it. It looked like maybe Nico Hickey jumped on the football after Morgano was trying to kick it out of the back of the end zone. He missed. And the Eagles make it 34-0 with 3:59 to go here in the 2nd quarter.
Touchdown.
So Larry Saunders comes on to confirm. Wow. Things going from bad to worse for Presbyterian College.
Yeah, and as a punter, you practice these type of scenarios and what to do. You either kick it out of the back of the end zone or you go to fall on the ball, and as you fall on it, you literally lunge the ball out of the back of the end zone, and he just kicked and missed.
Regano, a little Charlie Brown moment there as Adrian Moron for the point after makes it 35-0. 3:59 to go here in the 2nd quarter. It's all Georgia Southern thus far. We'll take a timeout. We'll return in just a moment. This is the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
Okay, it's game day, where tradition runs deeper than your Aunt Betty's baked beans. Face paint? Check. Cooler? Check. Meat for the grill? Check. Ford F-150 with best-in-class towing, payload, and a V6 EcoBoost engine delivering 22 MPGs. Check, check, and check. Now check this. Go to shopfordnow.com to find great offers on F-150 from your local Ford dealer. Fans of Georgia Southern football. EPA estimated 16 city, 22 highway MPG, 3.5-liter V6 4x2.
I'm Jeff Monken, head football coach at Georgia Southern University. My job is to prepare players to win football games and succeed in life. To do this, I know it's essential for the Eagles to perform together with outstanding effort in order to ensure success. When I was shopping for a bank, my philosophy was just as simple. My direction and excellent team delivery. Take it from the coach. The Citizens Bank team wins. For simple banking your way, stop by and see Kevin Harrison and the staff at Citizens Bank of Bullitt County. Equal housing lender and member FDIC.
35-0. Georgia Southern leads over Presbyterian College. We have 3 minutes, 59 seconds before the end of the second quarter. As Billy Greer, been a very busy man so far this afternoon, will once again tee it up at the 30-yard line. Not much of a wind as he makes the approach and the kick on its way. Seth Moreland will field this one at the 3, coming out for Presbyterian up the far side, 20, 25. And trying to make his way beyond that. He will be stopped at the 26-yard line. A little frustration there for Presbyterian after the play. No flags come out with 3:52 to go here in the second quarter. Presbyterian takes over. First down and 10 from their very own 27-yard line. We talked about the offensive efficiency thus far, Terry. That last score, well, didn't need the offense.
No, you really didn't. It's a pretty short scoring drive. Bad snap over the punter's head, and then bad decision afterwards in order to kick the ball out of the back of the end zone. Georgia Southern jumps on it.
Singer, shotgun snap. Sets up the option, decides to keep right side. Blake Riley brings him down at the 28-yard line. A pickup of 1.5 yards maybe. It will be second down and 9 upcoming for the Blue Hose, who came out and made a statement in their opening drive, got down, a chance to kick a field goal. Georgia Southern special teams on the block and have kept the Blue Hose in check here offensively. Is now 91 yards total offense here with 3:21 to go in the first half. They hand it off to Lance Bird, bounces off a defender at the 34 and then makes his way across the 40 to the 44-yard line. Big pickup for Bird, the junior out of Jacksonville, Florida. Coming into the game, 407 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Well, his staff's not going to be happy about that. That is a missed tackle all day.
Oh yeah, and they're going to replay that over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's the one they're going to show.
You can't just hit the back. You got to wrap up.
First down 10 for the Blue Hose at the 44-yard line of their very own with under 3 minutes to play second quarter. 2 receivers right, no motion to receiver out of the slot. Fake the end around, little play action, double play action as Singer rolling to his right near the sideline will throw this one away into the Blue Hose bench. Rashad Williams giving pressure on Singer. That'll set up second down 10 at the 44.
Being chased by 4 different Eagles into the sideline, led by Darius Eubanks as well. Javon Minchin doing a good job of keeping containment. Ever since that first opening long run by Presbyterian, the Eagles have done a much better job on the perimeter.
Yeah, Georgia Southern playing in the cover 2 with Butler and Eubanks, and so far hadn't shown a whole lot of inability to stop the run in the process.
Second down 10 at the 44. Motion the receiver. Set him up far side. A shotgun snap to Singer. Looking. Still looking. Pocket collapses, and he will be brought down. Javon Minchin got to him. Josh Rowe helps clean him up. And the sack will drop the Blue Hose back at the 33-yard line.
Darius Eubanks coming in on the blitz as well. And Douglas, it all just came in there, and it was all started because of the blitz by Darius Eubanks coming in there, and he had nowhere to go, and the pocket started collapsing from the outside, and you go to step up. There's your middle linebacker that comes on the blitz.
Loss of 10 yards. It'll be third down and 20 at the 34, and as Terry has talked about so far, 0 for 6 on third downs today for Presbyterian College. They have to dial up one here with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Singer out of a gun. He's got Bird on a wing to his right side, and delay of game. And a penalty comes out against Presbyterian College.
There's 6
delay of game. Offense, number 5. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
There's 6 penalty on the day, and Georgia Southern, if I don't jinx us, has not had a yellow flag yet.
You take a look down the Presbyterian sideline, guys, and that coaching staff has been just left scratching their heads wondering. This has just been a disaster first half for Presbyterian.
5-yard loss. Sets up third down 25. Now at the Presbyterian 29. Singer out of a gun. Looking to throw downfield. Has a man open. Caught at the 45. Breaking a tackle is Mackey, and he's inside the Eagle 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a first down and 10 for Presbyterian. Lavelle Westbrook's on coverage, but allowed Mackey to get behind him. Jeremiah coming up to make a good catch, and then yards after the catch. Little bright spot for Presbyterian here with 1:36 to go in the second quarter. They convert on third down for the first time today, and they do it on 3rd and 25.
What a great route by Mackey, and caused Lavelle Westbrooks to trip himself up and get behind the receiver.
Snap back to Singer. Shotgun snap. Decides to run. He's got room. 30, 25, and dives down at the 22-yard line. Pickup of 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2 for Presbyterian with 1:23 to go.
On the long pass play, guys, Riyad Jones got up and almost signaled my bad over to Westbrook. It'll be interesting to see that on the coach's show to see exactly if there was just a misassignment there from the freshman Jones.
Shotgun formation for Ryan Singer. Twin backs left and right. Give it off to Bird. Left tackle. Bird tripped up as he makes it to the Eagle 15-yard line. Hudson Presame. Give credit with the tackle here with 1 minute, 1 second. It's a first down for Presbyterian. They'll reset the chains. 35-0 Georgia Southern leads, but Presbyterian trying to build some momentum going into the halftime locker room.
Get a little moral victory if they could put some scores on the board, a score on the board prior to half.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. They'll motion the receiver, fake the end around and hand it off. It'll be Seth Moreland around the right tackle. A couple of yards, not much there, about a half-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Timeout taken by Presbyterian with 43 seconds remaining here in the first half. The Eagles lead 35-0. And as I mentioned, going into this drive, Presbyterian only 91 yards of total offense. And, of course, they're going to be helped by the big pass play from Singer to Mackey.
Two long plays on the day for Presbyterian College, and both of them got them into scoring position. The first time they weren't able to do anything with it because we blocked that field goal, and you know that's going to be in the mind of this kicker once he gets back out there again, because it does. I mean, kicking is so mental out there, and it's going to be curious how this all plays out this point on. And you mentioned around the nose there, Chris, but 1 of 7 on 3-point third down conversions for Presbyterian College at this point.
Coming up at the half, the Southern Halftime Report presented by the Georgia Lottery. Russ Brown's got to gear up a lot of stuff, a lot of highlights in the first half thus far, as Georgia Southern tries to hold the shutout here with 43.1 ticks remaining in the second quarter. Presbyterian looking at 2nd down, a little less than 10 at the Eagle 15-yard line as they burn the timeout. Come back out on the field. Singer will set up out of the gun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right side. He's got Bird on a wing to his left side. Here comes the blitz for the Eagles. Quick fire, and it's going to be knocked into the air and intercepted by Georgia Southern at the 28-yard line by Deion Stanley. And we got a flag coming out afterwards as more pushing and shoving, but Deion Stanley, that ball went about 20 yards into the air at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And Deion Stanley and Brent Russell and the rest of the defensive front, John Douglas, waiting to see who could come up with it. And Deion with the interception.
Isn't that a hoot? The shortest guy out there wins the jump ball.
First interception of the season for Stanley, and that will turn away the Blue Hose with 34 seconds to play.
We have an interception on the play by Georgia Southern. After the play, personal foul by Presbyterian, number 76. That's a 15-yard penalty. It's first down, Georgia Southern.
Coach Harold Nichols not happy with his team, and you've seen a lot of this go on of recent ball games with some fighting going on. And both of these coaches, I would be very surprised if anything like that ever happened with either one of these coaches. Both very disciplinarians, and they don't like that. You could think that's going to be an emphasis talked about in this locker room, is breakdown and discipline and assignments. If you're Presbyterian College, if you're Coach Monken, attaboy.
Max Travis called for the personal foul. It'll be first down and 10 at the 47 with 34 seconds to go. Shaw out of a shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Looking to throw back to the near side. Little misdirection pass play, and Darren Evans right there behind Shaw as he turned to throw. Evans was in his grill, and the senior from Lawrenceville bats down the ball. It's incomplete. 2nd down 10 at the Eagle 47-yard line.
We almost had a deja vu against us. A little repeat on us. It was a screen play, and it did get batted up in the air. I think Douglas might have been the one that batted it down. I'm not sure. Or batted it up, I should say.
2 receivers, far side. 1 receiver near side. It's Shaw again out of the shotgun. 2nd down 10 from the 47. Steps back. Looking to throw. Has time. Now will move to his left. Fires this one in traffic. Catch is going to be made at the 34 by Contrella Showers. Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. The redshirt freshman out of Dublin, Georgia, able to get that between 2 Blue Hose defenders. And with 21 seconds, the Eagles set up first down and 10 at the 32-yard line of Presbyterian.
Now we are practicing the quick drive here before half. Not trying to pour it on, but we've got to get these practices in.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left, and a little miscommunication, and I believe maybe a timeout called. No flag down, but whistles blow with 21 seconds. We'll see what it's all about as Larry Saunders and company halt the play.
They're trying to get the clock reset, but this is a good opportunity to practice getting the ball back and trying to put some points on right before halftime in somewhat of a 2-minute drill, if you will. I know it's not 2 minutes, but you get the idea.
Clock began rolling, and now the officials will call again for time because Coach Monken says he's not happy at all.
Their first charge timeout of the half.
Eagles have to call the timeout. They started the clock as they set the ball with 20 seconds. It started to roll, and nearly 7 seconds come off the clock. There's 13.9 seconds. Coach Monken not pleased at all because time was halted to set the clock. And then as soon as the ball was placed, the clock began to move. And I don't know, again, it was a first down, so the clock would have started once the chains were set. But I think the halt in action upset Coach Monken, and he's talking to Larry Saunders on the near sideline.
We lost the time on that. You lost the time when the play was ran, then the whistle. They reset the clock and immediately blew the whistle, and that's what Coach Monken's not happy about. Good. This is a drill right before half. You got 13.9 on the clock. You're leading 35-0, but you're trying to get down there to put 3 on the board or put another score, and a good passing by Jabo Shaw.
Ball placed at the 32-yard line. You've got time really for one play. Eagles have 2 timeouts in their pocket, so a chance to get a big play here, possibly for the score, or to set up for Adrian Mora to come out for the field goal. But you're down to 2 plays here, more than likely, with 13.9 seconds as the Eagles break from the near side huddle, working left to right on your dial, scrimmaging from the far side hash. It'll be Shaw out of a shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side on 1st down and 10 from the Presbyterian 32-yard line. Eagles up 35-0. Shaw looking to throw, steps up in the pocket, now fires this one down the middle of the field and looking for Showers. A flag comes out as Antarius Terrell was right on the back of Showers and puts him on the carpet, and the pass interference call with 7.6 seconds will set the Eagles up.
Well, the irony of it, there's a flag over here. He might have passed the line of scrimmage when he threw it, or there's a holding, but the line judge didn't play that call, and it's going to be offsetting penalties. The line judge didn't make it. The back judge, the field goal judge, was the one that made that call.
So 2 penalties on the play.
Holding on the offense, number 76. Pass interference, defense, number 6. Those penalties offset.
7:06 left to go in the half.
Ball placed again at the 32-yard line, so that play is wiped away. So with really 7 seconds to play, the Eagles will break from the huddle. Shaw will send out Mitchell Williford. Jonathan Bryant in the slot near side. Showers a wide out to the far side. A snap back. Quick fire. Actually, it's Zach Walker. And Walker will get out of bounds with 3 seconds for the Franklin first down at the 20-yard line. We can expect to see Adrian Mora come on, and he will with 2.9 seconds remaining. Beautiful management of the clock by the Georgia Southern coaching staff and the Eagle offense.
Good heads up by a freshman. Know where he was, know what he could get out of bounds.
So Mora on for the field goal try. It'll be a 36-yard attempt. Far side hash, wind in his face with 2.9 seconds. And a timeout taken by Presbyterian, trying to ice Adrian Mora, who comes into the game just 6 points behind Greg Hill. Currently Adrian's 7th all-time scorer in Georgia Southern history. Came into the game 6 points behind Greg Hill.
53 career field goals is the best in school history, breaking one of the greatest Eagles ever in Tim Foley.
He's 8 of 8 on field goals this year. His long of 49 this season came last week against Furman. His career long is 50 yards, but as I mentioned, this one going to be in the wind here, going towards the scoreboard. Glenn Bryant Field.
Long came against Wofford.
36-yard field goal attempt as the timeout taken by Presbyterian.
Speaking of Wofford, up there in Greenville, South Carolina. Wofford, the Terriers leading Furman 13-7 at half.
13-7. Looking at the Toyota game tracker as, well, I'll hold off on that one. We'll cover that at half as Adrian Morg is ready to hopefully split the uprights.
36-yard field goal try after the timeout with 2.9 seconds remaining. Edwards will hold, snap, set, kick. Presbyterian comes in. The kick is on its way. Kick is good. 38-0 as the final seconds roll off the clock here to finish the first half of action. And I believe with that kick, Adrian Mora now 6th all-time scorer in Georgia Southern history with the field goal to make it 38-0. And there is a Presbyterian player down at the 25-yard line. And an Eagle player also being tended to. Let's go down on the field. Ryan Chambers with Coach Jeff Munkin.
Coach, you guys 5 of 6 on third down. They're 1 of 8, and I'm certainly thinking that's probably a big part of this game, and you guys getting some rhythm.
Well, it is. Their one was the 3rd and 25, and that's awfully disappointing. You just hate to see those mistakes made. And we fumbled the ball on a drive. That's disappointing. But, yeah, I think our guys are playing hard. I was really proud of our defense for getting that stop after the 3rd down conversion and batting that ball up and getting an interception.
I was going to say 2 big plays defensively, the block kick in this. It's awful hard to put effort in the score sheet, but a lot of effort from your defense this afternoon.
I hope so after we look at the tape. I hope we are seeing the effort we want. I think our guys are playing hard, and I hope we'll play a good second half.
Let's keep it up in the second half, Coach.
Thanks.
Guys.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Coach. We're at halftime here at Allen E. Paulson Stadium. Your score, Georgia Southern 38, Presbyterian College nothing. We'll take a timeout. We return. It's the Southern Halftime Report. Russ Brown will step in, take you through the first half stats, first half highlights and scores from around the Southern Conference, FBS and FCS football. Again, your score at the break, Georgia Southern 38, Presbyterian College nothing. This is Georgia Southern football.
Take your taste buds on a journey to the old country, without ever leaving Savannah. Treat yourself to the sensation of a rich melted cheese, a tangy tomatoes, succulent sausage or pepperoni, and get it for only $2.99 for 2 slices and a drink. Dino's Pizzeria makes every pizza from scratch. No huts here, just authentic pizza pies from a real Italian pizzeria. Dino's Pizzeria at 21 East Broughton Street in historic downtown Savannah. Call 912-231-0911. It's an Italian adventure.
Well, folks, it's time again for the Great Clips $6.99 Great Haircut Sale at your local Great Clips.
$6.99 at my Great Clips.
That's right. A quality, hassle-free haircut is just $6.99
at my Great Clips.
At my Great Clips.
At my Great Clips.
At my Great Clips.
Baby, don't you wait so long. We're talking any haircut for any age is just, well, you guessed it, $6.99. Don't miss the Great Clips $6.99 Great Haircut Sale at participating salons October 20th through October 24th.
Relax, you're in Great Clips.
Visit the salons in Bluffton and Richmond Hill. Go to greatclips.com or call 1-800-GREAT-CLIPS for a salon near you.
Holiday season has arrived. Walker Pharmacy wants to share this special season with you. While getting your prescriptions filled, the friendly staff at Walker Pharmacy will help you find the perfect holiday gift for everyone on your list. They make it easy to get in the holiday spirit with their affordable home decor and trendy fall apparel. Come on in. You won't believe how much there is to see. Walker Pharmacy is located in Main Street Village, North Side Drive West in Statesboro, and Brooklet Drug in downtown Brooklet.
ESPN 102.1.
Welcome into the Southern Halftime Report, presented by the Georgia Lottery on the Georgia Southern Radio Network. The Georgia Lottery. Remember, today could be the day. And now from the Verizon broadcast booth, here is Russ Brown.
the first half. Georgia Southern leads Presbyterian 38-0 here on the Southern Halftime Report presented by the Georgia Lottery alongside Terry Harvin. And Terry, offense, defense, and special teams. The beat goes on from the Furman game. Georgia Southern looking good all the way around.
Clicking on all cylinders and all facets of the game. Even our kickoff coverage has been pretty good today. We block a field goal. We get a return. We capitalize on a flub on the punting on the snap and score a touchdown. We get two interceptions, and the offense, you're right on the money. I'm looking at some key things as I circle. Yeah, offensively, 329 yards total for the Eagles, 209 on the ground, 120 in the air. PC, 155 yards total, and that is 74 yards in the air and just 81 on the ground. I'm looking at some glaring statistics. First of all, the Eagles, 16 first downs. The Blue Hose, just 6. No punts on the day for the Eagles. The PC have punted 4 times for 45.8 yards average. Here's some more glaring statistics. Penalties, Georgia Southern, 1 penalty on the day, and it was offset, actually, so no penalties. And Presbyterian College has had 7 penalties. The Blue Hose have 1 of 7 on third down conversions. The Eagles are 5 of 6. And in the red zone where it really matters, Presbyterian College is 0 for 3. Georgia Southern, 5 for 5. Jarek McKinnon leading the rushers with 98 yards on the ground, 9 carries, including 2 touchdowns and a long of 35. Robert Brown, 11 carries, 67 yards. He's got 1 touchdown, his long of 16. And then for the Blue Hose, Michael Ruff, he has 59 yards on 1 carry. That was on the opening drive of the game. Other than that, you've got Bird with 40 yards and a long of 15. Singer is 5 of 14 passing the ball with 1 interception for 72 yards. Jabo Shaw, talk about pick up where you left off against Furman. Russ, he's 4 of 7, 120 yards, including a long of 57. Jonathan Bryan's his favorite receiver so far with 86 yards, and he's got the long of 57. Showers has 21 yards receiving, and Zach Walker, the freshman out of Johnson County, he has 13 yards as well. So a good day so far for the Eagles, a good half, and Russ, hopefully more of the same, and I'll let you go over some scores.
All right, Terry, we'll catch up with you in the second half. A quick check of the Southern Conference scoreboard. Just underway in the second half. Furman leads Wofford. The score there, 13-7. Elon and Chattanooga up early in that one, 7-0. 6:33 to play in the first quarter. And the Citadel out in front of Western Carolina with about 4 minutes to play in the first quarter there. The Bulldogs up there, 14-0. The Southern Halftime Report presented by the Georgia Lottery. Play the Jeep Outdoor Adventure Sweepstakes today. The Georgia Lottery today could be the day. Your score at the half, Georgia Southern leads Presbyterian 38-0. This is Georgia Southern football.
You're passionate about your team and your attire. And so is the Sur Shop. The Sur Shop is ready for Georgia Southern and UGA football with new hot lines for men and women like Cutter and Buck, Southern Tide, and Southern Proper, Guy Harvey, the North Face, and Southern Marsh. You've got style and class. So set off your new wardrobe with top brand shoes like Kavoo and Cole Haan. Let the Sur Shop add quality and style to your game day experience. The Sur Shop, located in the Statesboro Mall.
More new Nissans means more savings. Vaden Nissan of Statesboro's selection of new Nissans is bigger than ever. So we're selling them for less than ever. Get the exact new Nissan you want from Vaden. Right now, new 2011 Altimas, $3,000 off or 0% for 60 months. Number BC 130236, MSRP $24,550, MSRP $24,580. Sale price $21,580. Only at Vaden Nissan of Statesboro, part of your Nissan connection. Vaden Nissan, smarter.
This Sunday, we travel to the Big Apple as Phillip Rivers and the San Diego Chargers fly coast to coast to take on the New York Jets. Then, it's off to the desert for a rematch of Super Bowl 43 as the Pittsburgh Steelers meet up with Larry Fitzgerald and the Arizona Cardinals.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, yes!
It's the NFL Game of the Week. Chargers at the Jets, then the Steelers at the Cardinals. Right here this Sunday on Sports USA.
Sunday at 1 on ESPN 102.1.
Hey, Georgia Southern fans. This is Jay Rowe with Lee Hill & Rowe Insurers in Savannah. As a Georgia Southern grad myself, I wanted to take this opportunity to wish the football team the best of luck this season. Plus, all of the staff at Lee Hill & Rowe would like to thank the over 4,000 individuals, families, and business owners that trust Lee Hill & Rowe Insurers to handle their auto, home, and business insurance needs. As independent insurance agents, we work hard to provide the right amount of coverage with the best service available, all at a very competitive price. Go Eagles.
We are ESPN 102.1.
Welcome back to the Southern Halftime Report, presented by the Georgia Lottery on the Georgia Southern Radio Network. The Georgia Lottery. Remember, today could be the day.
Georgia Southern all over Presbyterian by a score of 38-0. Now let's check in and get the first half highlights for you. Georgia Southern got it started on their very first possession, a 9-play, 80-yard drive, and Robert Brown took it in from 9 yards out.
First down, goal to goal at the Presbyterian 9-yard line from the far side hash. Shaw under center. Takes out, gives to Robert Brown, untouched at the 5, and goes in for the score. Put an Eagles 6 on it, touchdown, Georgia Southern.
And what will become a recurring theme in the first half, Georgia Southern's defense forces a 3-and-out. The Eagles will go back to work on the offensive side. 12 plays, 80 yards, 5 minutes off the clock. This time, Jarek McKinnon from 3 yards out.
McKinnon to take the snap. McKinnon, shotgun snap, untouched, hesitates, then goes in, put an Eagles 6 on it, touchdown, Georgia Southern. 13-0 with 12:08 to play here in the second quarter. Jarek McKinnon with his 6th rushing touchdown of the season.
After another stop by that Georgia Southern defense, the offense right back to work. 7 plays, 63 yards on this drive, and the captain, J-Bo Shaw, punched it in from 1 yard out.
Now it's Shaw under center. Shaw will try to keep. Shaw will follow behind Brandavius Mann. He's in for the score. A flag came out at the snap.
And the flag was for a mistime blitz on Presbyterian's part, so count the touchdown for Georgia Southern. Adrian Mora adds the extra point, 28-0 Eagles. The next drive, not so long this time, just 2 plays, 67 yards, and Jarek McKinnon from 10 yards out.
So it's first down, goal to goal, as Shaw will give it off to Robert Brown, or actually make the late pitch to McKinnon, left side, untouched, put an Eagles 6 on it, touchdown, Georgia Southern.
The Eagles defense got into the mix as well as Presbyterian drops back to punt. The punt goes over the head, and Nico Hickey on special teams recovers a fumble in the end zone.
So now Morgano, after the infraction, will stand back at the 9-yard line of his very own. Robinson back deep for the Eagles, and this one is over the head of Morgano. He tries to kick it out of the end zone and miss. The Eagles jump on it, put an Eagles 6 on it. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
Adrian Mora would add the extra point. That made the score 35-0. And then right before the half, Mora again on a 4-play, 34-yard drive. This time he hits a 36-yard field goal to put the Eagles up 38-0. And that is your score here at the half. For Mora, it moves him into 6th all-time in scoring. And also for Georgia Southern, it marks the first time the Eagles have scored over 30 points in a single quarter since 30 in 2009 against Johnson C. Smith. Your score here at the half, Georgia Southern leads Presbyterian by a score of 38-0. The Southern Halftime Report is presented by the Georgia Lottery. Try your hand at Wheel of Fortune. Win up to $100,000 and a chance for a trip to Hollywood with Pat and Vanna. The Georgia Lottery, today could be the day. On the other side of the break, we'll go around the campus, and then Chris Blair, Terry Harvin, and Ryan Chambers have the second half play-by-play for you. Again, your score, Georgia Southern leads it at the half, 38-0 over Presbyterian. This is the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
If you want to be a player on the internet, you need GoDaddy.com. Need a website? Kick it off with a domain name and GoDaddy's website tonight. Build a great site for your business, wedding, whatever you're into. With GoDaddy.com, it's fast and easy. Rush to your computer right now. Register a domain name and get a free instant page starter website. Think of it as a signing bonus to get you on the team. Get in the game now. Visit GoDaddy.com. Domains, websites, and everything in between.
Yeah! Take that touchdown to the bank!
Now you can watch live college football on your Verizon phone.
Run him over. Yeah!
Get over 75 live college games.
That's how you do it.
But don't just take my word for it.
What a catch!
Take his. Only Verizon offers you an experience as big as this. Find it all at VerizonWireless.com/video. Verizon, giving you college football on the go. Subscription required. Data charges apply according to your plan. Coverage not available everywhere.
Careful you're not like, Mr. It Can't Happen to Me, thinking heart disease is for other people, because heart disease can happen to anyone, even you. If it does, remember East Georgia Regional is where you'll find life-saving specialists and services available locally. And that can make all the difference in a cardiac emergency. But don't take our word for it. Read our patient stories or submit your own at eastgeorgiaregional.net.
The Georgia Lottery's new Jeep Outdoor Adventure Instant game is the game that just keeps getting better. Just think, you could win the top prize of $250,000 or one of 15 Jeep Wranglers, plus $25,000 cash to customize your new Jeep. Even better, you could also win a $250 gift card for EaglesNestOutfitters.com. There's even a second chance drawing to win a Jeep Wrangler or camping gear prize packs. Play the new Jeep Outdoor Adventure Instant game from the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. Please play responsibly.
For the Georgia Southern Radio Network, I'm Justin Baker. The Georgia Southern University Student Government Association is an important organization on campus that has a hand in today and tomorrow's Georgia Southern. Alton Standifer, a senior middle grades education major from Monticello, Georgia, is the current president of SGA and tells us about the hands-on role that student government plays on campus.
One of the biggest ways is just controlling and having a big impact on student fees, the student fees such as athletic fees and student activity fees and how those are spent. We're so lucky to have an administration here at the university that cares so deeply about students to where we're always at the table when we talk about spending student money. And I think that's one thing that student government definitely appreciates on behalf of the entire student body. Being the voice of students and representing their thoughts and ideas and needs to the administration of the university. We also just serve as a connection between a lot of different departments and the student body.
Standifer says that today's Georgia Southern student embodies the true meaning of Eagle pride in all aspects of university life.
I think Eagle pride is a big part of a respect for all aspects of the Eagle Nation. The Eagle Nation isn't just the football team. The Eagle Nation isn't just our student body that's here on campus right now. The Eagle Nation is every person that's connected to Georgia Southern. And when you talk about Eagle pride and the pride that people have in all aspects of this university and everything that we have to offer, I think you just talk about people who just see great things being done at a place and really get attached and connected to that mission.
Recently, Georgia Southern was named one of the top 20 most popular universities according to U.S. News and World Reports. And Standifer says it's easy to see why.
You come to Georgia Southern and you're going to be treated right. You're going to feel like you're at home in your own small, close-knit community or neighborhood. But then you're going to go to Paulson on Saturday and you're going to be one of 20,000 people that have rallied around their football team across the nation. But you're going to walk on campus and these people that you don't even know, you've never seen before, are going to give you a polite smile or wave at you. And I think a part of it is the Southern hospitality that we share. Along with that is just having some really cool things going on at Georgia Southern now.
Alton said that high school seniors should definitely take a look at Georgia Southern because it's a great time to be an Eagle with the continuing and unprecedented growth and opportunities available.
There's no place you'd rather be. I say that because, coming here now, you're coming in a time of so much great development. You're coming in a time where our faculty are excited and hungry about making sure their disciplines are preparing the students that they teach to go out and be global scholars. We're not just focusing on being a stellar athletic program. On meetings that I have with Dr. Keel, we're adamantly talking about the importance of academics and the importance of making sure that our students are some of the best prepared students in the nation. And so I think that, that's a great reason to come here, a reason to want to be here. It's just because you really can make this right now your Georgia Southern.
Find out more about one of America's most popular universities and Eagle Pride. Just log on to georgiasouthern.edu. Coming up, the second half of Presbyterian and Georgia Southern, live from Paulson Stadium on the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
I'm in a state of caffeination, got all my fingers shaking. Must have been my large Americano, mochaccino, macchiato. Now the family's gone to bed, and that's my favorite time to get some tips on better rates. Cause my State Farm guy answers late, and even when it's not my agent, someone's standing by so patient. Getting coverage questions answered helps me to relax. Get to a better state, State Farm.
In Evans, call Bill Bennett, Mike Manning in Vidalia, or Chad Sumner in Tifton. Harold promised his 7-year-old son CJ that he would build him a fort. That's why Georgia Power wants to be the official energy partner of keeping Harold's promise. Not only will we help Harold build that fort by supplying the reliable electricity he'll need, but we'll give him a blueprint to fortify his home and help save energy. It's called EarthSense. With EarthSense, he'll find energy savings he didn't know he had, and he can get hundreds of dollars back in rebates when he makes energy efficiency improvements to his home. To learn more about EarthSense, go to GeorgiaPower.com. Georgia Power, official energy partner of you.
Georgia Southern University. It is challenging, yet rewarding. It is attained in the classroom and online. It builds upon the past to prepare you for the future. It turns your dreams to goals and goals into reality. It opens doors of opportunity. It is life-changing. We are Georgia Southern University. Join us.
When you have a problem, nothing is better than talking to someone you know and someone who knows you. The Heritage Bank of the South team are folks you know, like John Roach and Chris Carter. And at the multiple Heritage Bank of the South locations in Statesboro, you'll see more friendly faces and receive great service. Heritage Bank of the South is a proud supporter of Georgia Southern University, with 3 area locations to serve you: 335 South Main Street, 201 South Main Street, and 726 Northside Drive.
Getting set for the start of the second half here at Allen E. Paulson Stadium. 38-0. Georgia Southern leads over Presbyterian College. Welcome back to the Verizon broadcast booth. Chris Blair, Terry Harmon, Ryan Chambers, and Russ Brown along with you on this Saturday afternoon. It's been all Georgia Southern up to this point, dominating the first half of action. 329 yards of total offense, 209 of that on the ground. Presbyterian 155 yards of total offense. Jarek McKinnon, 9 carries, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns. Robert Brown, 11 carries, 67 yards, and a touch. Dominique Swope with 2 carries for 17 yards. And Jonathan Bryant, the slot back, 2 carries, 14 yards. And Jabo Shaw today, 4 of 7 passing for 120 yards. Had a long pass of 57 to Bryant to set up a score.
As Russell probably mentioned during the halftime show, this is the first time Georgia Southern has scored over 30 points in a single quarter since the Eagles accomplished 38 points in 2004 against Johnson C. Smith. And this so far is not the Presbyterian College we saw against Wofford, more like perhaps what we saw a little bit against Furman. But some of this, we looked at that Toyota game tracker that Chris just covered, as I mentioned during the pregame, 0 of 3 in the red zone. The Eagles 5 of 5. 7 penalties for PC so far on the day, none for the Eagles.
Time now for the second half kickoff presented by Heritage Bank of the South. 20 locations across the state of Georgia, 3 convenient locations in Statesboro. Heritage Bank of the South, committed to making local decisions by local people. Heritage Bank of the South, there for you then, here for you now. Presbyterian kicks off, and the Eagles field it near side. LaRon Scott comes up to about the 20 and stopped at the 21-yard line.
15 yards on return.
So that's where the Eagles take over, first out and 10, and just a dominating performance. Can't get away from it, as you and Russ talked about in the Southern Halftime Report presented by the Georgia Lottery. All phases of the game, Coach Monken even had to admit going in with Ryan Chambers that, you know, other than a couple of miscues and some big plays by Presbyterian, not many of them. Georgia Southern certainly on their game here today.
Izzy coming in at quarterback to start the second half.
Zayu, redshirt freshman out of Wauchula, Florida. Take the snap, first down and 10 from the 21-yard line. Pitch goes far side to Dominique Swope. Swope makes it to the 25 before being stopped.
And again, you can see a little bit of the differences. We're good to see Izzy out here on the field to get some of these reps in, because immediately, Ryan, you see the separation not in sync like you saw with Shaw running the offense in the first half.
That's completely timing, and you know that better than any of us watching this offense. The better, the longer you play in it, the better you got to feel for timing and that separation. You said that distance, and that's just timing, and it'll come.
4-yard pickup. Second down, 6 at the 27-yard line. Ute again with a handoff on the counter to Swope. Gets to about the 29-yard line, a pickup of 2. That will set up 3rd down and 4 for the Eagles offense here. Just underway, third quarter action, 38-0. The number 1 team in the land leading over Presbyterian College.
And you know, I'll tell you something else that's nice to see. And usually when you talk about the number 1 team in the country, with your second or maybe third string quarterback out there, with the rest of your starters, you're dealing with a lot of seniors, and you develop that timing, but then it changes up next year. Utes out there with the starters, but fortunately for Georgia Southern, there's going to be guys coming back next year.
3rd down, 4 at the 29. Ute out of the shotgun. He's got Swope on a wing to his right side, and he'll have to call for timeout. So the Eagles a little off sync offensively. Will call for the timeout with 13:22 to play. Just underway, third quarter. 38-0. Georgia Southern with the lead. We'll return to Allen E. Paulson Stadium in just a moment. This is Georgia Southern football.
This is Seth Hart from Harp On Sports, inviting you to Nat's Landing for great food, live music, keno, and the best drink specials. Voted best happy hour and best outdoor dining of the borough. Join Nat's for 45-cent wings daily with 35-cent wings and $6 Bud Light pitchers all night on Wednesdays. Win prizes during trivia Tuesdays at 6:30, and karaoke starts at 9. Open Wednesday through Saturday for lunch at 11 a.m. Nat's Landing is an official sponsor of Georgia Southern football and is located on South Main Street, across from Georgia Southern's practice fields.
ESPN Radio.
Scott Van Pelt Show.
Carson Palmer. This guy did a unique job of staying totally off the grid until yesterday. You didn't see him or hear from him until he sat down and put on a different shirt and a different hat. The thing about Aaron Rodgers that has impressed me as much as what he's done on the field is from the time he got the gig in Green Bay, he never took the bait once with Favre. Never.
The Scott Van Pelt Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN 102.1. ESPN 102.1.
Back at Allen E. Paulson Stadium after the timeout, Georgia Southern tries to get set offensively as they stare down at 3rd down and 4 from their own 29-yard line. Izzy Ute in at relief for quarterback for Georgia Southern. Redshirt freshman. 17 carries, 261 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns on the season. Had an electric 83-yard touchdown against Western Carolina. He'll take the snap off to the left side. He's got the Franklin first down up across the 40-yard line. Ute will set it up first down at 10 at the Georgia Southern 41-yard line. Stop made by Burton. Nathan Burton, the sophomore out of Temple, Georgia. Franklin first downs presented by Franklin Toyota. Check them out online at franklintoyota.com, the official travel partner of the Georgia Southern Radio Network. And we talk about the times he's had opportunities to play quarterback. It almost seems like when he's in the game, you expect him to score. And while he had some fumble problems at Elon, most of the time he's been efficient quarterback. Here's a counter option near side. Ute trying to get away from Presbyterian, can't do so in time.
Good tackle.
Aaron Evans tracks down Ute, stops him at the 36-yard line.
Defensive end out of Lawrenceville, Georgia, did a good job playing that option there. And
loss of 5 yards will set up 2nd down and about 15 here for the Eagles offense. Jabo Shaw, don't know, but may be done for the afternoon, but a very efficient job once again. 4 of 7 passing, 120 yards. And Ute now will work out of the split gun formation, a back to each side, a receiver, one to the left, one to the right. Option near side, or rather far side. Ute going to turn the corner, bounce off a tackler, make his way back to the 41, the original line of scrimmage. C.J. Harris on the stop for Presbyterian. That will set up 3rd down and about 9. So a 6-yard pickup for Ute with 11:55 to go here in the third quarter. Already a very slow start to the third quarter.
Talking about new names, Garrett Fry has checked in. St. Morris checked in at center. They've moved, it looks like DeBartolo now is over at the right tackle position. He's been almost like the utility guy from baseball. He plays all over that line, but a lot of new names on the offensive line up front.
So 3rd down 9 from the 42-yard line. Eagles very efficient today. As Ute Looks to throw. Now will come near side, stretching the field. East to west, tosses this one at midfield. Catch made by Zach Walker. Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles at the Presbyterian 47-yard line. Donnell Williams got a hit on Walker, but a great job by the freshman to realize he had to bail his quarterback out. Ute able to hang on long enough, stretch the field, and make the throw.
He actually had two options there. Nico Hickey also did the same job of finding an opening to give his quarterback an out, and Izzy wisely looking and finding somebody, making something happen.
First down 10 at the Presbyterian 46-yard line. Split gun formation, two receivers left, one to the right side. Ute takes the shotgun snap. Here's the pitch. In the hands and bobbled by Dominique Swope. Swope, I believe, able to fall forward on it at the 42-yard line of Presbyterian, but a dangerous play there. Almost looked as if Dominique didn't follow it all the way in. It was in his hands, but I think he took his eye off of it. But the Eagles will keep possession at the 42.
That's when you, the old saying, if it's bouncing your way, it literally bounced his way as it hit the carpet, bounced right up into his hands, and he was able to pick up 5 yards.
10:24 clock rolling third quarter, 38-0 Georgia Southern with the lead. Two receivers as they'll put Hickey in a slot right side. Split gun formation with Robinson and Swope. Give it off to Darion. Darion left tackle. Darion with room bounces off a defender inside the PC 30 and down at the 27-yard line. Donnell Williams on the stop for the Blue Hose as Tyler Sumner will check into the lineup.
Good to see you carry that option fake all the way out. He almost beat Robinson down the far sideline.
Eagles break from the huddle, as Ryan told you. Monray St. Amour, the freshman out of Sewanee, Georgia, with his nose over the football here, will snap it away to Isaiah Ute with 9:49 to go. 38-0 Eagles lead. First down 10 at the 26-yard line of Presbyterian. Shotgun snap. Ute trying to go right side. Ute again in trouble. Somehow gets positive yards inside the 25 before being sandwiched at the 24-yard line. It was Kyle Allen and C.J. Harris on the tackle, but credit the ability of the redshirt freshman Ute. Looked like he was going to be brought down for about a 4-yard loss.
Give you a scoring update. Furman now leading Wofford 20-7. A little bit of a problem they had on reporting the numbers here, but Yahoo Sports has them that as well. This does the game tracker on ESPN, so our own Toyota game tracker looks mighty good, and it keeps getting better, Chris.
Second down 7 after the 3-yard gain for Ute. 9 minutes to play third quarter, and the Eagles took the opening drive and have played thus far 6 minutes, and a timeout taken by Georgia Southern with 8:54 to go. 38-0 Georgia Southern with the lead. They stare down second down 7 from the Presbyterian 23 when we return to Allen E. Paulson Stadium in just a moment. This is the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
Toyota doesn't need celebrities to help sell their cars. They'd rather let their owners do it. Wondering what your next car should be? Let a Toyota owner help you decide. Now get the 2011 Toyota Camry with 0% APR financing for 60 months plus $500 customer cash. Monthly payment is $1,667 for every $1,000 financed through Southeast Toyota Finance. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and applicable dealer fees. Cannot be combined with other offers. Must complete retail sale and delivery between September 7th to 30th, 2011. There's no better time and no better vehicle. Hurry to your local Toyota dealer today because these deals won't last long.
Hi, this is Beth Munkin. As the Georgia Southern football coach's wife, I know this. The triple option is tough to defend. I know the Knox Pest Control triple option is perfect to protect my home from disgusting pests, roaches, and mosquitoes. That's why I use Knox Pest Control. They've been serving the South since 1929. That's a 4th-generation tradition, the kind of tradition we like around the Statesboro area. Please give them a call. Knox Pest Control. Knox knocks them out.
Fans, there's no better looking team in America than the Georgia Southern Eagles. You can keep your uniform looking great with Greener Cleaners in Statesboro using a revolutionary and environmentally friendly dry cleaning service. Just stop by at 510 Northside Drive East or find out more at burrowgreenercleaners.com. The official cleaner to Southern Pride, best looking band in America. 8:54 to go, third quarter play here from Allen E. Paulson Stadium. Georgia Southern in the driver's seat, leading 38-0 over Presbyterian College. Isaiah Ute in relief at quarterback will take the snap. Second down 7 at the 23. Hand off Darion Robinson trying to get inside the 20. He stopped near side at the 19-yard line. Presbyterian again trying to stay home. They've done a good job at times as L.J. Perry, the inside linebacker, makes the stop.
Coach Monken out there coaching Izzy on the sideline. Big third down. The Eagles 7 of 8 on third down conversions on the day.
What a third down conversion to keep this drive alive as UU able to spread the field and find Zach Walker. And now with third down and 3 at the 19-yard line, near side hash, UU going to keep. Looked to be a little confusion whether to give or keep, and UU dropped by Brian Davis. Defensive tackle at the 20-yard line. That'll set up fourth down and 4 right at the 20.
Terry, you were talking about third down conversions. I mentioned, and I heard you guys talking about it at the break, the comments of Coach Monken coming in. I mentioned 1 of 8 for Presbyterian, and a long line of tough-nosed, attituded coaches in this university. He mentions the one they actually got. It's interesting.
Adrian, a 37-yarder.
So a 37-yard field goal try by Mora. Inside, near side hash. Kick is up. Kick is good. It's now 41-0. Adrian Mora with his second field goal of the afternoon. As we mentioned, he is now the 6th all-time scorer in Georgia Southern history. And with 7.5 minutes to play third quarter, Eagles take the opening drive of the second half and get 3 points. 41-0. They lead over Presbyterian. We'll take a timeout. Return in just a moment. This is Georgia Southern football.
This is Seth Harp of Harp on Sports, inviting you to spend your Georgia Southern football weekends at Spring Hill Suites Hotel in Statesboro. With 25% larger rooms, free continental breakfast, free high-speed internet, and group rates, Spring Hill Suites is the perfect place to rest and recover after a long day of tailgating and watching the game. Spring Hill Suites is an official Eagle Club sponsor of Georgia Southern football and partner of ESPN 102.1. Spring Hill Suites on the corner of Highway 67 and the 301 bypass in Statesboro.
More new Nissans means more savings. Vaden Nissan of Statesboro's selection of new Nissans is bigger than ever, so we're selling them for less than ever. Get the exact new Nissan you want from Vaden. Right now, new 2011 Altimas, $3,000 off or 0% for 60 months. Number BC 130236, MSRP $24,550, MSRP $24,580. Sale price $21,580. Only at Vaden Nissan of Statesboro, part of your Nissan connection. Vaden Nissan, smarter.
ESPN 102.1.
$41-0. Georgia Southern with the lead over Presbyterian College. 7:30 to play third quarter. The Eagles kick it off once again. Billy Greer, high but short, fielded at the 14-yard line by Seth Moreland. He'll come across the field, middle of the field, across the 20 and to the 25-yard line before he stopped there. Georgia Southern football powered by Georgia Power, proud supporter of the Eagles. The official power supplier to Eagle fans everywhere. Georgia Power, a Southern company. That field goal for Adrian Mora, his second of the afternoon to make it 41-0, Terry. As I mentioned, he had already eclipsed Greg Hill and moved to the 5th all-time scorer, or to the 6th all-time scorer in Georgia Southern history. He is 1 point shy now of having the most points by a kicker and moving into 5th place by your good friend Tim Foley.
That's right.
Presbyterian on first down and 10 from the 25, gives it off to Jeremiah Mackey, and Javon Minchin chases down Mackey as he made it to the 25, about the line of scrimmage. Not much doing there, as Presbyterian now have to be in a gambling mode if you're Harold Nichols, the head coach of the Blue Hose, in their 4th year transitioning up from Division II to Division 1A football. They have not been afraid to go out and play the big boys. In fact, played the Clemson Tigers at Death Valley last year and opened up the season. Nearly got a win at home against Wofford, but lost 35-28. Here comes Singer throwing out far side flat. J.T. Palmer has it up across the 45 as Darius Eubanks just threw over the top of Eubanks, and the catch is made at the 49-yard line of Presbyterian. It's a first down for the Blue Hose.
It was a wobbly pass, but it was on the money and just above the opening of the fingertips of Darius Eubanks. Coaches next door not happy about that.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Singer out of a gun. Hands it off to Lance Bird right up the middle, and he goes nowhere to the line of scrimmage before Roderick Tinsley brings him down at the 49-yard line. No pickup. It'll be second down 10 from the 49. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification. You're listening to Georgia Southern football on the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
ESPN 102.1.
Where only one can win.
WZAT FM. Tybee Island, Savannah.
Academic as well as athletic superiority.
A Cumulus media station.
Back inside the Verizon broadcast booth here at Allen E. Paulson Stadium. Second down 10 at the 49. Singer in trouble, pressure, and thrown behind the intended receiver, Williams, across the middle. Incomplete at midfield. That'll set up third down and 10 at the 49-yard line. Chris Blair, Terry Harbin, Ryan Chambers, Russ Brown, and Christy Maxwell, our studio engineer on this Saturday afternoon. It's been all Georgia Southern. In case you're just joining us, the Eagles been able to rack up a ton of yards and really able to do what they want to offensively and defensively against Presbyterian.
And you're right. As I watch Brent Russell come off the field, he's had a lot to do with that, leading 5 tackles on the day. Is Brent Russell as a third down, and the PC is just 1 of 7 on third down conversions.
Third and 10 at the 49. Out of a shotgun, pressure comes. Again, drop it off across the middle in the flat. Mackey's got it. He's got room inside the 40. 35, 30, finally spilled down at the 28-yard line of Georgia Southern, and Presbyterian with their second third down conversion of the afternoon.
And they have done a good job of picking up that blitz and calling the right play. There's 3 times that's happened right there. Eubanks comes in on the blitz, and they caught a crossing pattern right where Eubanks would have been, able to pick it up in the previous play. It was open again, but he just threw behind him. And so here's PC in the red zone where they're 0 of 3, or close to the red zone. They're 0 of 3.
First down 10. They mark it at the 27. Handoff to Bird. Right up the middle. Inside the 25, trying to get down to the 22-yard line. A pickup of 5 yards. It'll be second down 5 for the PC offense. Georgia Southern, as you can imagine, up 41-0. Shuffling in personnel is now
Carlos Cave back on the field. They're more in the classic 4-3, going with the 3 linebackers, and Eubanks off the edge.
Bailey in too.
Yeah, Corinthians Bailey checks in on that front line. Along with Blake Riley. Shotgun snap. Second down 5. Throw. Catch. Ruiz has it inside the 15 down to about the 12-yard line. It's enough for a first down for Presbyterian.
Sound like a broken record. Who was on the blitz just then? Darius Eubanks.
And playing man, they put motion to the far side. They ended up getting Josh Rowe one-on-one over here on the sideline. I'm a little surprised they didn't try to pop one into the end zone with the linebacker covering the receiver.
And Singer took a dinger from Eubanks when he hit him, asking for a flag.
Singer 8 of 18 passing today. Throw it out to Bailey on the screen, the quick hitter, and to the 10-yard line before Lavelle Westbrooks brings him down near side. Pickup of 2 yards. It'll be second down and 8 for the Blue Hose offense, trying to get a quick one in there on the score. The Eagles again, substitutions as Michael Butler will come in. Carlos Cave will check out.
I bet you've been holding that dinger comment since Tuesday.
I have, but I've been thinking about it quite a bit.
Second down and 8 at the Eagle 10-yard line. Shotgun snap to Singer. Looking right now, will decide to run. Had some daylight, closed quickly and dropped at the 6-yard line with a crippling blow by Corinthians Bailey.
Bailey doing a good job, Chris, of falling down. And, you know, he has protection there on the corner, and he comes back from his defensive end and falls down and makes a good tackle.
Third down and 4. Mark it at the Eagles 6-yard line. Blue Hose can pick up a first down. Inside the Eagle 5 here as they'll spread the field. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Singer out of a shotgun, 1 back on a wing to his left side, and Moreland rolling to his left, looking to throw. Now has to go back to his right. Under pressure, throws, and catch is made at the 1, and in for the score is Arthur Williams. Make it 41-6 with 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And credit Ryan Singer improvising, wanting to go left. Everybody covered up in the end zone. Not a lot of room to work with. And he eventually comes back to his right. And Williams, the sophomore out of Baxley, Georgia, Appling County High School product, bails him out with the catch at the 1. Goes in for the score. And Presbyterian's on the board with 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Good move by him, too. He did a good job of cutting back, going with the flow when he saw his quarterback in trouble. And Westbrook's just not able to keep up with him. Zinger threw it on the money.
Aaron Mays on for the point after. Kick is on its way. Kick is good. So Presbyterian with their first score coming at the 3-minute mark in the third quarter. It's now 41-7. Georgia Southern with the lead. We'll take a timeout. Return to Allen E. Paulson Stadium in just a moment. This is the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
I'm in a state of caffeination, got all my fingers shaking. Must have been my large Americano, mochaccino, macchiato. Now the family's gone to bed, and that's my favorite time to get some tips on better rates. Cause my State Farm guy answers late, and even when it's not my agent, someone's standing by so patient. Getting coverage questions answered helps me to relax. Get to a better State Farm.
In St. Simons, call Maggie Dutton, Brad Kaiser in Augusta, or Charlie Eatson in Martinez.
Around the corner can be a physical place or a state of mind. BB&T is there, firmly rooted in our community. For more than 135 years, we've been sharing financial knowledge with our clients, our neighbors, our friends, and that's how you can bank today. More informed and more confident in your decisions, so you can move in a brighter financial direction. BB&T, sharing knowledge for a brighter direction. Member FDIC.
Well, the Eagles shutout is spoiled by Presbyterian with 3 minutes to go in this game. They're able to get on the board to make it 41-7. The kickoff coming to the Eagles, fielded at the 5-yard line. Up the field across the 20 and 25.
Good return by Josh King, getting into the ball game out of Mount Zion High School, Stockbridge, Georgia. The cornerback, 5'9" freshman, getting a chance back there, along with A.J. McCray out of St. Mary's, doing the kickoff returns today as the Eagles going to get it start here. They've scored on every drive but one, and that resulted in a fumble. And the last drive the Eagles scored on with a field goal. Took up 7 minutes and 21 seconds, 57 yards. This last drive by the Presbyterian, they got some points on the board. They had a 10-play drive, 75 yards, ate up 4 minutes, and there's your Toyota game tracker.
Isaiah Ute in at quarterback, started the third quarter of action. He's 1 of 1 passing and 5 carries for 15 yards. Here's a little misdirection off the Swope. Breaks off a tackle at the 30. Now goes to the far side to the 40. He's across midfield, far sideline. Breaks a tackle at the 30 and falls down. And there's a flag out at the Presbyterian 35-yard line.
Devin Scott,
rather.
The carriers were starting. Another flag just came down again. They threw another one. It's going to be a block in the back against the Eagles. Actually, they just moved the flag to make sure they had the spot correctly. Block in the back. So we're starting to see more and more bench
block
clearance.
in the back on the offense. Number 11. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It's first down.
So you Ute the quarterback.
I think you can deal with that one, can't you?
No.
Devin Scott coming
You're
into the
gonna
game.
have it.
8 carries, 48 yards. The sophomore out of Tucker, Georgia, got the misdirect on the handoff. But after the infraction, we'll back up the Eagles to their very own 48-yard line with 2:38 to go here in the third quarter. They lead 41-7.
And it looked like PC had done a good job of being in position for that play. And Devin Scott showing his move and speed.
Ute now with Scott and Swope in the backfield. Give it off to Scott around the left end. He's into PC territory and bounced out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Pick up a 4 yards. It'll be second down and 6 upcoming for the Eagles offense, as we mentioned in the opening drive of the third quarter. Wholesale changes on the offensive front as Monray St. Amour getting the opportunity to snap the football, the freshman out of North Gwinnett High School. Second down, 6 at the PC 48. Split gun formation for Ute with Scott and Swope. Pitch to Swope, not a lot of separation. He makes it to the 45 far sideline before he's bounced out of bounds into the PC bench.
Bring up a 3rd and short for the Eagles. Late pitch into the sideline. Looks like about 3rd and 2. By the way, a quick scoring update in the Southern Conference. Furman leading Wofford up in Greenville 26-14 in the third quarter. 26-14. Citadel all over Western Carolina 21-0, and Chattanooga beating Elon 21-0 as well. Sanford the early lead over App State 3-0.
1:52 clock rolling, third quarter. 3rd down and 2 at the 44. Eagles have been very efficient on 3rd down. They need it here. Scott, left tackle, lunging forward. Appears he has the Franklin first down at the 41-yard line of Presbyterian. All first downs this season for Georgia Southern, presented by Franklin Chevrolet. Remember, if the Franklin name's not on the back of your truck, you pay too much. Check them out online at franklinchevrolet.com. Eagles break from the huddle with 90 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. 1st down and 10 at the PC 41-yard line. It's IUU. Izzy, as he's known here at Georgia Southern, out of the shotgun. Snap back. Option near side. Pitch. Scott's got it, trying to spread the field to the near sideline and pulled down at the 39. By Bethel with the stop.
Javante Martin into the ball game, leading blocker out there for him. He's listed as a defensive back. They got him in there at the payback position. Sophomore out of Plant High School down in Tampa, Florida, getting some reps today.
Ball placed at the 39-yard line of PC. 2-yard pickup, 2nd down 8 at the 39. Attacking left to right. 2 receivers out far to the left side. 1 receiver near side. Split gun formation. Shotgun snap off to Dominique Swope. He'll lower the helmet and battle hard inside the 35 as C.J. Harris brings him down, but not before. Swope able to pick up positive yards. Dominique coming into the game, 37 carries, 223 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Had a catch for a score against Elon from 12 yards out. And the final seconds will roll off the 3rd quarter clock as the teams will switch sides of the field. The Eagles lead 41-7 over the Blue Hose of Presbyterian College. The 4th quarter coming up. Stay with us. We'll return to Allen E. Paulson Stadium in just a moment. Your score, Georgia Southern 41, Presbyterian 7. This is Georgia Southern football.
This is Seth Hart from Harp on Sports, inviting you to Nat's Landing for great food, live music, keno, and the best drink specials. Voted best happy hour and best outdoor dining of the borough. Join Nat's for 45-cent wings daily with 35-cent wings and $6 Bud Light pitchers all night on Wednesdays. Win prizes during trivia Tuesdays at 6:30 and karaoke starts at 9. Open Wednesday through Saturday for lunch at 11 a.m. Nat's Landing is an official sponsor of Georgia Southern football and is located on South Main Street across from Georgia Southern's practice fields.
I'm Michelle, and I'm going to Walgreens because I remember the misery of last year's head cold. Ugh.
Wake up and smell the coffee.
Smell. I could barely breathe.
Route 17's blocked up.
My nose feels like Route 17. This year, I'll be ready. At Walgreens, I can find answers like new Robitussin nasal relief tablets to relieve my head cold symptoms.
Robitussin, relief made simple. This week at Walgreens, get select Robitussin cold products for $5.99 with in-store coupon. Walgreens, there's a way to stay well. Use as directed.
ESPN 102.1.
Eagle fans, for all of your gas up and tailgate supply needs, it's Neighbors Express with locations in Statesboro in front of Lowe's, also in Sylvania and Exit 51 in Dublin on your way into the heart of Eagle Nation. Choose to do business with those that are true blue. Choose Neighbors Express convenience stores. Start of the 4th quarter here at Allen E. Paulson Stadium. Georgia Southern leading 41-7 over Presbyterian College. The Eagles trying to move to 7-0 on the season. 2nd down 4 as they move sides of the field. Now attacking right to left. Handoff Dominique Swope. Swope with the Franklin first down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And the Eagles reset the chains. After 3 quarters of play, the Eagles 436 yards of total offense. 304 of that on the ground, 132 through the air. Jabo Shaw, who was finished after the first half of action, 4 of 7 passing for 120 yards. Zayu Ute in relief, 1 of 1 for 12 yards. And now looking at 1st down and 10 at the 29 of Presbyterian. Attacking right to left on your dial. Inverted wishbone. Ute coming near side. Fake the pitch. Now he'll move from left to right. trying to buy some time. He's to the 30. Ute 25. Ute out of bounds at the 21-yard line of Presbyterian. L.J. Perry forces him out, and Ute makes something out of nothing at all.
And great job of blocking downfield by Devin Scott, who saw the trouble his quarterback was in, curled back around and was leading the way. And the most important thing to me was there's no flags on the play, because typically with a young offensive line or you get some substitutes in, you will see a holding call in that scenario, and it didn't happen. So good job, Hogs, up front.
Second down, less than 2 for the Eagles. At the 20-yard line of Presbyterian. Again, inverted wishbone. Pitch comes to Swope near side. Swope 20. Swope 15. Swope slung down at the 12-yard line. Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. Donnell Williams on the stop for Presbyterian.
Terry, you talk about the blocking of Devin Scott with Nico Hickey not coming back next year and graduating. You know it takes 4, sometimes 5 good A-backs in this offense rotating in and out, and he's a guy that played in one of the best at Tucker High School, and a sophomore with good showing this year will probably vie for some of that playing time next year. Another possibility in a very deep position for Georgia Southern.
First down 10 at the PC 12. Under center Ute, flexbone formation. Quick toss. Miguel Gilmore has it to the 10. Gilmore to the 5. Gilmore diving. Put an Eagle 6 on it. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Miguel Gilmore on the score. His first rushing touchdown of the season. And the A-back from Orlando, Florida, makes it 47-7 with 13:24 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Good effort of running there, showing he has the speed, and he had a nose for the end zone. Put his head down and went for it.
Adrian Mora, with this point after, can now move to 5th all-time scorer, tied 5th all-time scorer with Tim Foley, and it will put Adrian Mora right there with the best kicker for scoring in Georgia Southern history. Point after on its way, and it's good. 48-7 our score. 13:24 to play here in the fourth quarter. Eagles romping over the Blue Hose of Presbyterian. We'll return in just a moment. This is the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
There's nothing like going to Georgia Southern football games dressed with the latest styles from the University Store.
From Eagle jerseys, official Nike sideline gear, and largest selection of licensed caps and t-shirts, no one beats the University Store.
No game day experience is quite complete without a visit to our main campus location with free parking and bus transportation to and from Paulson Stadium.
You can even shop inside at the stadium newly remodeled stadium shops.
And no matter where you are, you can show your Eagle pride by shopping online anytime at gsustore.com.
The University Store, much more than a bookstore, your one-stop shop for all things Southern.
Oh, man, what a hike. Yeah. Whoa, Big Bear, right next to your new Jeep. No! Oh, I just won that from the Georgia lottery. Sure. And now he's in your Jeep. It's on his paws. Are those driving gloves? Mike, you left the keys under the seat.
Win one of 15 Jeep Wranglers plus $25,000 cash to make it your own. Play the new Jeep Outdoor Adventure Instant game only from the Georgia Lottery.
Fans, don't forget to join us each Monday night for Inside Georgia Southern Football with Jeff Monken, live from Loco's Grill and Pub in Statesboro. Come try out Loco's new menu and their delicious new roasted wings. Loco's Grill and Pub, proud supporters of the Georgia Southern Eagles. Loco's, it's crazy good. It's been crazy good for Georgia Southern this afternoon. 48-7, they lead over Presbyterian College, and looks like Adrian Mora, who now puts himself at 5th all-time scorer in Georgia Southern history, will get a chance to kick it off here as he'll tee it up at the 30-yard line.
He is breaking all the records here at Georgia Southern. 10 plays, 71 yards, 8 up 4 minutes and 28 seconds on the clock. The Eagles go up 48-7, and that's your Toyota game tracker.
Miguel Gilmore with his first rushing touchdown of the year with the score. Here's the kick. Fielded by an up back at the 20-yard line for PC, and then manhandled and dropped at the 25 is Cameron Jones.
Edwin Jackson did a great job coming in on that, and it was a short kickoff. Redshirt freshman at Westlake High School. Linebacker came in and made the tackle and made sure he wasn't going to go anywhere. Going back to the Toyota game tracker, looking at the Eagles right now, we're at 471 yards of total offense, 339 on the ground, 230 yards of offense for Presbyterian College, 3 of 9 third down conversions. The Eagles are 9-11
And in the red zone, 4 of 4, 5 of 5 in the red zone.
First down 10 at the 26-yard line. Motion Bird out as a receiver left side. Singer comes out throwing downfield, looking for Williams, incomplete at the Eagle 40-yard line. Second down 10. It's Riyad Jones on coverage, the freshman out of Columbus, Georgia, Carver Columbus High School product. And again, defensively, Georgia Southern. Corinthius Bailey into the game. Justice Ajike up front defensively for Georgia Southern.
Also have Antoine Williams at linebacker.
Second down and 10. Singer going to keep coming near side, stretching east-west, and then brought down. Flag comes out. Boy, that one's hard to tell. As Coach Monken talks all the time about aggressive penalties.
Oh, man.
As Singer was coming out of bounds, he was drugged down by Boyd Sasser, and the flag comes out. It should be a late hit, but that's one of those tough ones to call.
That's a tough penalty to throw, especially at 48-7. That'd be tough in a tie ball game. That's, as you mentioned.
Personal foul on the defense, number 24, late hit out of bounds, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's good, aggressive trying to wrap it up as you hit the sidelines. I don't know if you can put a whole lot of blame in the youngsters there.
Now, Riyad Jones called for the penalty. Sasser got to Singer first, and Riyad called for the late hit. It'll be first down and 10. Now moved up to the 45-yard line of their very own is Ryan Singer, sophomore out of Dunedin, Florida. Send two receivers to the right side. He's got Bird on a wing to his right. Shotgun snap. Hand off to Bird, stretching the field left side. He's collapsed after picking up half a yard. They'll give him a yard gain. It'll be second down and 9 at the 46. Rashad Williams on the stop defensively for the Eagles with 12:29 to play in this game. 48-7. Georgia Southern looking to move 7-0 on the season. Retain their number 1 ranking. And again, out of conference today. Will still stay atop the Southern Conference. And we'll keep you abreast of the scores in the conference as a play action pass to Bailey, far side, looked like some running room, and then dropped down and cut down immediately.
Antoine Williams, linebacker, into the ball game, showing he has speed, sheds a blocker in the process. Great open field tackle, and puts PC in a position they don't want to be in, and that's third down. As I mentioned, they're 3 of 9 on third down conversions on the day.
11:46, clock moving, fourth quarter, 48-7 our score. Singer and company here looking at third down and 7 at their very own 48-yard line. Shotgun snap. Singer looking left all the way, now fires across the middle. Catch made by the tight end Gilkey at the first down sticks and then some. He'll be inside Eagle territory. To the 44-yard line, it's enough for a first down for Presbyterian College, their 4th third down conversion of the afternoon.
Guys like Williams and Riyad Jones, they look so good on paper, and then out on the field. We talk about the recruiting from last year, the winning, and how that helped develop, and talk about athletes maybe a little undersized that fall to the 1AA level. We got guys out there that be playing in the big stages.
First down and 10 at the 42. Seth Moreland on the carry, trying to make his way to the Eagles 40-yard line, just shy. Pick up of 3. It'll be second down 7 for Presbyterian. Approaching the 11-minute mark in this game. Georgia Southern on the road next week. Got to believe somebody has circled that one on the calendar. They'll head to Boone, North Carolina to take on the Mountaineers of Appalachian State. Televised game at 3 o'clock from Kid Brewer Stadium. Second down 7 from the 40. Singer, play action, throws. Again, setting up is Ruiz across the middle. And Joel Ruiz gets inside the 30 down to the Eagle 26-yard line. It's enough for a first down for Presbyterian.
Daniels on the tackle, freshman out of Moultrie, Georgia, Colquitt County High School. Announced attendance today, 16,392. 16,392 for Military Appreciation Day.
Talking about Appalachian State, I heard through the grapevines they might have a new quarterback up in Boone now.
I think they found them one. We'll see how they do against Sanford today, as we told you. Early, Sanford up 3-0. Singer on play action will try to keep and down to the 25-yard line. Pick up about a yard. Second down. I'll give him 2 yards. Second down and 8.
Update on that score real quickly. Sanford trailing App State now 7-3 in the second quarter. Chattanooga all over Elon, 28-3. Citadel up on Western Carolina, 21-0. And Furman leads Wofford, 26-21.
Getting tight in the battle of I-85 at Paladin Stadium. Second down, a little less than 9. Singer roll out to his left, under pressure. Breaks one defender, and inside the 25, diving head first to about the 23-yard line, still shy of the first down. Quan Daniels on the stop for Georgia Southern. Under 9.5 minutes to play in this game. Corinthians Bailey will check back in.
Antoine Williams coming in on the outside linebacker blitz. Good to see all these names getting some playing time. Amari Jones been in the ball game as well. John Stevenson coming out.
9:06, clock moving. Third down and about 7. A little less than 7 at the Eagle 23-yard line. Presbyterian. Shotgun snap to Singer. Looking, fires towards the end zone and broken up. Looking for Williams at the 1, and A.J. McCray with the left hand gets in to break up the pass. It's incomplete. Great play by A.J. McCray, the senior out of St. Mary's, Georgia, product of Camden County High School. Got the start last week against Furman at the safety position. Talk about the loss of Derek Hayden. Good to see him bring out the black flag as he has for the last 3 weeks. That safety position, these guys in the defensive secondary playing for senior Derek Hayden,
40 yards,
who is there in spirit. It'll be a 40-yard field goal attempt for Aaron Mays. Again, as long as the season is 33, they're going to fake it. Here's a shovel pass, and it's complete. And a first down, carrying inside the Eagle 10 is Sean Armstrong. They'll stop him at the 10-yard line. So Presbyterian letting it all hang out here with 8:46 to go in the game. They fake the field goal and pick up the first down, and they're back in business offensively.
Beautiful looking fake, too. Great option on that inside option. It's a nice looking play. I hated that it worked on us, but it was a good looking play. Good credit where credit's due.
Ryan Singer back under center now. He'll have an offset I formation, a receiver to each side. First down goal to go from the 10, and Singer lost his footing as he came out of the snap and falls at the 15-yard line. I think the tackle is due to Blake Dowd, the center for the Blue Hose.
5-yard loss on the play.
Lavelle Westbrooks will check back in.
Trying to keep him from scoring.
If you're Singer, you got to put that one behind you. If you're Singer, you can't let that linger.
Second down 15 at the 15-yard line of the Eagles. Shotgun snap, Singer looks left, now to his right, throws in the flat, catch made at the 15-yard line. Rolling in, trying to get in for the score is Bailey. He's bounced out of bounds at the 2-yard line, near side.
And the field judge is okay, too. He was taken out on the play. Shows his toughness as they all go to check on him, but he says he's all right.
Great play offered up by Todd Varn, the offensive coordinator for Presbyterian. Rolled to the left, brought the defense with him, came back to the right, and Bailey, with a lot of running room, able to get down to the 2-yard line. That's where Presbyterian will line up on third down goal to go from the Eagle 2 with 7:48 to go in this game, down 48-7.
And if you're Harold Nichols, a win is obviously out of stretch here, but you want to finish strong, and that's all they're doing.
Presbyterian not backing down here after really falling in a hole. 38 points down in the first half. Handoff, Bird spinning and gets in for the score. Make it 48-13. Bird was hit right about the 1-yard line, but able to spin off and get the score. His 6th rushing touchdown of the season. Makes it 48-13 with 7:31 to go in this game.
Yeah, the encouraging part is they're showing their starters can play with our third string, and that's, if you're in that position, that's not a bad thing.
Aaron Mays on for the point after. Derek Overholt will hold. High snap, but fielded. This one kicked high into the air and good. 48-14, 7:31 to go in this game. Eagles with the lead. Presbyterian trying to pick up some points late against the #1 team in the land, the Georgia Southern Eagles. We'll take a timeout. Return to Allen E. Paulson Stadium in just a moment. This is the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
Hey, Georgia Southern fans. This is Jay Rowe with Lee Hill & Rowe Insurers in Savannah. As a Georgia Southern grad myself, I wanted to take this opportunity to wish the football team the best of luck this season. Plus, all of the staff at Lee Hill & Rowe would like to thank the over 4,000 individuals, families, and business owners that trust Lee Hill & Rowe Insurers to handle their auto, home, and business insurance needs. As independent insurance agents, we work hard to provide the right amount of coverage with the best service available, all at a very competitive price. Go Eagles.
Join Seth Harp from Harp on Sports and ESPN 102.1 for Monday Night Football every Monday at B&D Burgers off Abercorn. Test your knowledge with sports trivia before kickoff and take home sweet prizes as we play football bingo throughout the game. From free food to buckets of beer, we've got you covered. Sports trivia and football bingo every Monday night. B&D Burgers is the official home for Monday Night Football on ESPN 102.1. We are ESPN 102.1.
(48-14). Georgia Southern with the lead. Presbyterian with their second score of the afternoon. The Eagles now set to receive the kickoff. It'll be Josh King and A.J. McCray back deep for Georgia Southern. 7:31 to go in this game. And it's been Georgia Southern from the start and from the word go here in week number 7 of the Eagles college football season. Trying to move to 7-0 on the season.
Hopefully retain that number 1 ranking in the nation. Of course, the only one that matters is the last one.
So the Blue Hose will tee it up at the 30-yard line.
App State puts another score on the board, going up 14-3. Just a little FYI.
Aaron Mays to kick it away, left to right, wind in his face. Here's the kick. Hangs up in the air, will be fielded by Josh King at the 10-yard line. King up the right side, hit at about the 27-yard line, almost able to spin off and dropped at the 29. That's where the Eagles take over. 7:21 to go in this game, 48-14. Presbyterian here trying to fight for some pride here, Terry. After being shut out 38-0 in the first half, able to put together 2 good drives, trying to build some momentum, but really short.
Well, they look at their schedule coming into the year, and you realize it's going to be a rough road for Harold Nichols' team. He's played some good ball games, very well, and then others not so much, of course. And now it's Zeke Rozier checking into the game for the Eagles. Talk about a great Eagle. Been through a lot. Good to see him back there.
First down 10 at the 29. Zai Yu in at quarterback. Under center. Gives it off to Zeke. Zeke up the gut on the dive across the 30 to the 33-yard line. C.J. Harris on the stop for Presbyterian.
Trying to get you a score from that Furman-Wofford game. We have a final, but I can't tell which team actually won. We'll get that to you here shortly. There you go. Furman 26, Wofford 21. There's your final.
Second down 6 after a 4-yard gain for Zeke Rozier, and that will make things interesting in the Southern Conference. As again on the dive up the middle, Devin Scott makes his way across the 35, just shy of the 36-yard line. Pickup of 2, makes a manageable 3rd down and about 4 here for the Eagles. And as I mentioned, that will make things very interesting. Georgia Southern 5-0 in Southern Conference play, out of conference today, and Wofford right there with the Eagles. Only 3 conference games leading into this week. They were 3-0, but now have a 3-1 record as Furman, we're told, wins the Battle of I-85 today at Paladin Stadium. A huge win for Coach Bruce Fowler in his first year at Wofford. Ute airing it out, throws it downfield looking for Farmer, and Ute hit hard after releasing. A flag comes out down the field as we had receivers headed downfield, but Farmer was dropped. The flag stands at the 48-yard line of Presbyterian. We'll see what it's all about.
Yeah, they just gave the signal. Farmer was nailed by about 2 or 3 different Blue Hose defenders as he was starting to
Pass
get
interference
separation.
on the defense, number 26. That's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Beautiful play action play. Izzy, people forget that he does have a very good arm. He can fire the ball.
He took a shot after releasing good to see him pop right back up. Again, Ute has been the quarterback for the Eagles here at the beginning of the second half, and with 5:58 to go in this game, 48-14 with a first down and 10 just inside Blue Hose territory at the 49-yard line. Split back formation, 2 receivers left and right. Ute gives it off. Zeke Rozier, right tackle. Gets to the Blue Hose 45-yard line. Pick up a 5 for Rozier, the senior out of Cochran, Georgia. You talk about an Eagle through and through. Zeke Rozier is certainly that. He has been a part of this program for a number of years. Has battled injury. Still comes out, still works hard in practice, and now getting an opportunity in the game here to have the opportunity just one more time, as you say, Terry, to play for the blue and white. It'll be second down 5 at the PC 45. Split gun formation, and we got a flag at the snap coming out from the far sideline.
One of the best stories I've ever heard about Zeke after
Full start offense, number 68. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Just our third penalty on the day called against the Eagles. Third penalty. One of the favorite stories I've heard about Zeke after this injury, and he was doing rehab and just wanted to get on the field and play, and just said, Coach, just put me in anywhere. I'll block. I'll do whatever you want me to do. We've seen him on special teams, and like I said, just anything I can do, Coach. And to me, that's a pretty good definition of true blue.
Matt Gilbert, guilty party, the redshirt freshman out of Marietta, Georgia, in there an offensive line for the Eagles. Under 5 minutes to play, and now second down 10 at midfield. Shotgun snap. Izzy will pull. Izzy, late pitch. And hauling it in, coming to the near side.
Gilmore again, and you got to get that separation, and that's what Coach Monken's talking to him about right now. Because remember, that's one of his positions that he's coached for years. And Ray Gregory, you talk about great coaches. Ray Gregory's done an amazing job with these backs as well. But you got to get that separation. You got to get it now while you can, because you don't know when they're going to be called upon against the App States and Wofford's or in the playoff run. We're going to need them.
At the 46-yard line, third down and 6 for the Eagles offense. 4:12 to play in the game. Ute under center. Fakes the toss, stands in the pocket, fires in the flat. Gilmore's got it. 35 and near side, out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. Mathan Burton again on the stop. But wide open, trailing across the middle of the field to the near side flat was Miguel Gilmore, and a great throw by Izzy Ute.
And that means the Eagles are now 10 of 12 on third down conversions. And Ryan, seeing that arm on Izzy, you think he could throw it on the mound for the Eagles as well?
I tell you, the flag and the penalty, he threw an uncorked carry. I don't know if I've ever heard a collective gasp of excitement on a ball that was nowhere close to anybody. He's got an arm. I tell you, that's one thing that they'll show on the film to these guys that are looking at the future of this position under center. He has got some kind of arm.
Something tells me Rodney Hennon's out of here with a radar gun right now.
First down, he's a third baseman.
First down and 10 at the 30. Shotgun formation for Ute. He'll keep. Now pitch. Gilmore on the far side, and he's buried at the 32-yard line by L.J. Perry. Again, not enough separation on the option. Good job by Presbyterian covering the corners on that far sideline.
Gave their fans something to cheer about over there. As Presbyterian College has brought as many fans as Furman did.
They did,
if not more.
I tell you, I think they may have brought more guys than the fans that Furman has. When they had that first drive, you heard a little noise, and it's nice to see the travelers down from Clinton, South Carolina. Not a bad trip, I don't guess.
It's Clinton. The N is silent. The T is silent. Excuse me. Second down and 11 for the Eagles. Ute. Give it off to Devin Scott, trying to find room. Right tackle. I think the motto of Clinton, South Carolina is where the T is silent and the T is sweet.
Every state's got it. We've got Rayburn. I've always tried looking for that extra R in Rayburn County. I've never found that. Matt Taylor will tell you that. It's nowhere will you find Raven. It's Rayburn.
Martin Weatherby checking into the ball game. The junior, 5'9", out of Roswell, Georgia, played at Fellowship High School.
One of the keys in this game that Coach Nichols talked about leading up to the contest today was ball control, and Georgia Southern has dominated here in the second half, if not for the entire game. 3rd down and 9. Devin Scott dancing his way around right tackle, trying to find some room, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, a pickup of 2. That will bring up 4th down and 7. C.J. Harris again on the stop.
Well, since Adrian Moore got a chance to kick off, I guess they're going to let Billy come in and try a field goal. So this will be, looks like Billy Greer will get his first shot at a field goal here today. It's ball spotted at, 35, so a 45-yard field goal for Billy.
So Billy Greer, senior out of Crosby, Texas, will try one from 45 yards out, hash mark right, with 1:30 to go in this game. Snap, set, kick, line drive, kick, and it is no good. Wide left. So the Eagles come away with no score here with 1:23 to go in the game. They lead 48-14. The Blue Hose take over as we finish up this Saturday contest out of conference. Again, with 1:23 to go in the game, 48-14 Georgia Southern with the lead, 48-14 over Presbyterian College. Again, next week, the Eagles on the road. It's been a 3-game homestand. And now it's back on the road to take on the Mountaineers of Appalachian State. They're calling for Black Saturday at Kid Brewer Stadium.
It always is a ball game when you go up there. Brandon Lane checking into the ball game for the Eagles out of Marietta.
Brandon Miley will be the quarterback for PC. On the shotgun snap, he'll hand it off to Mackey, coming near side, getting to the 30, and then stop there. A pickup of 3. They may give him forward motion to the 32.
K.R. Snipes on the tackle. K.R. Snipes in the ball game as well. Again, seeing all these folks getting in the game is great.
K.R. Snipes had a big performance against Furman a couple years back on the interception to win over the Paladins in Greenville, as Mackey with a quick screen up to the 35-yard line. A.J. McCray wraps him up. We're under a minute to play, 48 seconds and counting here, as the Eagles will move their record to 7-0. They will move to 3-0 all time against Presbyterian College. And now we'll get set to travel next week to take on the Mountaineers of Appalachian State, who right now find themselves in a ball game 14-10 against the Sanford Bulldogs, as DeMarcus Rouse on the carry left side picks up the first down for the Blue Hose up near midfield. They'll mark it at the 48-yard line with 29 seconds to play. Under center is Miley. Miley looking for the quick hitter far side to Bailey. It's incomplete and off the mark. Sets up 2nd down 10. The clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in this game. And, you know, you come off the win against Furman, where the Eagles score basically 8 out of 10 possessions. They had that late possession after the interception in the second quarter, but for all practical purposes, 8 of 10. And today, Terry, very efficient offensively.
Look, very much the same, truthfully. And Presbyterian, as they pick up about 6 yards on the carry off the left side, it hasn't looked much different than what we saw out of Furman's offense last week. And again, it was production all over the place as PC's trying to get something going here.
Final seconds off the clock. The horn will sound at the snap, and this one is in the books. 48-14, Georgia Southern a winner to move to 7-0. In the 2011 season, they moved to 3-0 all-time against Presbyterian College. And they hand the Blue Hose a 48-14 loss here in Statesboro. Coming up, we've got the Ford locker room wrap-up. We'll have a chance to hear from Eagle players. We'll identify our Knox Pest Control defensive pest of the game. We'll give you the Verizon call of the game and hear from Eagle head coach Jeff Monken, as it's a good day for the Eagles at Allen E. Paulson Stadium as they finish up game 3 of a 3-game homestand, winning over Presbyterian College 48-14. Take a timeout. Return to Allen E. Paulson Stadium in just a moment. This is the Georgia Southern Radio Network.
Okay, it's game day, where tradition runs deeper than your Aunt Betty's baked beans. Face paint? Check. Cooler? Check. Meat for the grill? Check. Ford F-150 with best-in-class towing, payload, and a V6 EcoBoost engine delivering 22 mpgs. Check, check, and check. Now check this. Go to shopfordnow.com to find great offers on F-150 from your local Ford dealer. Fans of Georgia Southern football. EPA estimated 16 city, 22 highway MPG, 3.5-liter V6 4x2.
It's a great time to score on the internet with GoDaddy.com. GoDaddy is the world's #1 domain registrar. GoDaddy helps you tackle any internet project. Need a domain name and personalized email? How about an all-pro website? Our SSL certificates will give you more security than any defensive line. And our shopping cart feature lets fans purchase products from your site. We've even got fumble-free hosting. With GoDaddy.com, you'll be ready, set for the big game. GoDaddy.com. Domains, websites, and everything in between.
48-14, the final score here at Allen E. Paulson Stadium. Georgia Southern with the win. They moved their record to 7-0 on the season. They will retain their #1 ranking come Monday and then get set to travel to Boone, North Carolina for the yearly showdown with the Appalachian State Mountaineers next Saturday from Boone with kickoff at 3 o'clock. But it was an effective day offensively as the team now celebrates with Southern pride across the way. And the singing of the Georgia Southern alma mater. For the Eagles, 504 yards of total offense, 353 yards on the ground, 151 through the air. For Presbyterian College, it's 317 yards of total offense, 193 through the air, 124 on the ground. Jarek McKinnon, 9 carries, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns today. Robert Brown, 11 carries, 67 yards. Dominique Swope, 9 carries, 52 yards. And Devin